You are looking live at Harwell Field as we get set for Ashland and Wayne State. We've got a dandy, a Midwest Division II rivalry at stake here today. Wayne State won last year against Ashland. Hello and welcome to Midtown Detroit, Wayne State's campus. My name is Chad Bush alongside Jay Alexander, former coach at Wayne State, former coach at Eastern Michigan. Good enough to join us today. Jay, an exciting matchup between these two teams that come in with great records, great pedigree, and we expect to see exciting baseball today that's meaningful here for the rankings, right?
Absolutely. Two of the best coaches in the country, two of the best future Hall of Famers. We're excited to be here, man. It's going to be a great matchup, and it always is.
It's a midweek game, but a lot at stake. We talked to head coach Ryan Kelly. Ryan Kelly's words coming up right after this. Welcome inside Harwell Field. We're here with head coach Ryan Kelly in his 15th season, the all-time winningest coach in Wayne State history. It's been quite a run for you and this team already. Number 8 in the country. You've won 16 of your last 17 ball games. Could you imagine a better start to the season to this point?
Well, couldn't imagine probably a better one because that's pretty significant in the game of baseball. However, I got to give credit to our student athletes, a core group of upperclassmen and leaders that are meshed well with some underclassmen that have done a good job for us. But good team chemistry, good balance, but an opportunity to have a new day here.
You talked about the leadership, the experience, and the guys that have really come through for you. It's really no mistake that they're upperclassmen and guys that have been here. How great is it to have kind of coaches on the field for you and performing and knowing and having that experience?
Well, in any sport or any walk of life, when you have the experience and leadership within a team environment and a team culture, that's valuable. And our student athletes on this team have done a lot and on and off the field. And they've gone through some tremendous ups and downs during the COVID years and then successful years, adverse times. And it's really built kind of a core of who they are.
Let's talk about the starting pitcher today. You're going to send out a kid Griffin Killander, a kid out of Livonia Stevenson, tall, lanky fella that's done some great things for you this year. What can we expect to see from Griffin?
Well, he's as you mentioned, tall and lanky. His second year right-hand pitcher for us out of Livonia Stevenson. You can see some talent out of the right shoulder. You'll see some athleticism and flexibility in his frame. He can mix a breaking ball, but really his fastball is the thing we want to keep an eye on. If he can locate it well and effectively utilize it to both sides of the plate, he's got some run and some movement with that fastball. And if he can execute his off-speed pitches, he should be in a position to compete against a very good offensive team.
Offensively, you guys have been quite productive. The top 3 RBI getters in your league are all from Wayne State. That has to feel good. What is it about this team that has their ability to drive in runs?
I think a lot of it goes back to the experience and an awareness in the batter's box. And some of our core players that are in the lineup daily really appreciate each bat that's given to them. I got to give credit to Coach Hepner on our staff, who's done a great job as our hitting coach. And he's been here for about a decade or so, and he's helped develop some great philosophy with our hitters, and our guys have bought into that. And every at-bat's a different at-bat. As I mentioned, that first at-bat or maybe your third or fourth at-bat in the game could be critical, and our guys try to win every pitch that's given to them.
What's it been like with expectations here at Wayne State? You've taken this to another level, and I know some of your predecessors have laid the groundwork, but you've really taken this program to the next step. How challenging is it every year to come up with a program record in wins?
The game of baseball is very difficult, and it's very easy to lose and very hard to win. And so embracing the Detroit values that we have in this community, coming to work every day with your hard hat on, I think that's part of the process.
All right, we're ready for baseball. Swing and a miss. We're underway. And let's meet the starting pitcher today for Wayne State. This is a guy that they've trusted quite a bit this year. And the right-hander, Griffin Killander, the sophomore out of Livonia Stevenson, and he's quickly ahead 0-2. My name's Chad Bush alongside Jay Alexander, and we're proud to bring you Wayne State baseball from Harwell Field in Midtown Detroit.
Yes, sir. This guy's a good strikeout guy and good arm side run here.
He's facing Miller, the center fielder, who stays alive. And we'll get the lineups and the defensive fielding momentarily. 0-2 quickly ahead Killander, a guy that they trust to throw strikes today. 6'5" right-hander. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes.
Yeah, just a steady diet of fastballs. Really didn't show much there, but he had a little good arm side run. He controlled the outside part of the plate.
This is a guy, Jay, that they hope to get a few innings out of today. It's a midweek game.
Mm-hmm.
This is their 3-4 starter for Wayne State, who, by the way, 24-4 start, best in program history. What do you expect from a midweek guy like this as Killander throws another strike?
Well, a kid like him is need to prove that he wants to be in the starting rotation and we're in the big games. So he's going to be focused and he's going to try to pound the strike zone and get ahead of hitters. So I expect him to compete extremely well.
Quickly ahead 0-1 here against the top hitter in this lineup. This is Seth Schroeder batting .382 on the year. Not a lot of extra base pop, but 16 runs driven in. For the Ashland Eagles out of the GMAC Conference, formerly in the GLIAC, as Jay knows quite well. That one's fouled out of play.
Yeah, very good team, very good coach. One of the best programs in the country.
Wayne State comes in ranked 8th in the country by Collegiate Baseball Newspaper. That is a high ranking, and they are worthy of it. Nothing but strikes so far, and this one is going to run out of real estate. Good hustle over there. Mason McGuire.
Yeah, so he's doing a great job of hitting the outside part of the plate. Ashland is going to need to make some early adjustments here. The problem is the wind's blowing to the right side, and they got that little short porch over there. So if they don't make adjustments, he's going to eat them up because he's definitely pounding the outside part of the plate.
And this is a contact hitter in Seth Schroeder. Quickly ahead 0-2.
Ooh, nice pitch.
The appeal at first, he did not go. You like that pitch selection?
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe up a little bit more, but you want to get to the back leg right there, right into the right-handed hitter, because you don't normally throw a curveball or slider to a left-handed hitter until it's like 0-2 and inside. So, good pitch.
Schroeder out of Salem, Ohio, laces one to left center field. This is trouble. It's going to get up the gap. This is extra bases, and this will be a mistake pitch perhaps.
Absolutely.
On 0-2, and Killander pays for it.
Yeah, he missed right over the plate, Chad. That was an unfortunate miss for him after, controlling the outside part of the plate.
So a good piece of hitting with 2 strikes. But how about Killander, who's come out pumping the strike zone?
Yes, doing a great job of it to that one pitch right down the middle.
We want to say hello to Jeff Weiss, who has made the delivery of the game already. And the game is barely underway.
He's the man. He's always coming through.
Of course, the fine. What is Jeff, the Associate Athletic Director and Head of Media Relations? He is the Dean of Media Relations. Jeff has been here for a long time, and that's because he's done great work.
That's it. That's it. He's actually the oldest guy here, too. So.
Oh, wow. The first haymaker has been thrown from the old skipper. Here comes Witt with a man on second in scoring position with 1 out, and this is a great stop by the backstop. That's Zimmerman back there. A fine defensive catcher for Ryan Kelly in his 15th season, all-time winning as coach at Wayne State, assisted by Aaron Hepner, Eric Bezel, Devin Ahart, along with John Dombrowski. Swing and a miss. And so 1-2, and this is just pumping full of strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Now you don't want to make that same mistake.
No, you don't. You definitely don't want to miss outside down the middle of the plate or inside half. So here is either a slider in or you want to go hard away again.
Witt batting .311 on the year, 3 home runs, 28 runs driven in. Got a man in scoring position here, and a fight continues between the right-hander Killander and Witt.
Yeah, Witt want that pitch back again. He was looking to go yard on that one there, Chad. That was a pretty good pitch to hit. Too good of a pitch to hit for him. Especially when you got a base open. You don't want to throw him too good of a pitch here.
Looping base hit left field. They had to hold the runner Schroeder at second, but it's a base hit. Runners at first and third, and Killander has just not been rewarded for his marvelous strike throwing so far.
Yeah, that was a good piece of hitting right there. 2-strike approach there. That's what we want to teach all those young guys who's watching the games. And, you got to have a two-strike approach, even if you're in the 3 or 4 hole. It's very important to make sure that you protect the strike, protect the plate.
No doubt.
Let's go, Griff.
So here comes Peltz. Griffin Killander on the mound. Fouled back. Top of the first. Wayne State is in some kind of a run. This has been a fast start for Kelly and company. 24-4 overall, 12-1 in the GLIAC. They've got the top 3 RBI getters in the league. But right now, in a bit of trouble in a midweek in Midtown Detroit. That's a great stop by
goodness.
Zimmerman that saved a run.
Oh, man, that was lights out. Good concentration, good focus here. But now you can see a little bit why he's not in the top 2 rotation, right?
Yeah.
Good stuff, but, lack consistency right now from what, it's early, but that's what I see right now.
Fouled away.
See, even there, right over the plate, man.
A little juicy. So Killander, pitch count starting to climb. RK says he'd like him to be under 70 so he can use him this weekend. Runners at first and third, 1 out.
That's it right there.
Did he
That's what
go?
he's trying to do.
He did.
That's why that pitch is so important, Chad. You get an aggressive hitter right there, and they'll swing at that pitch because he's trying to protect the plate as well. But really aggressive, he kind of went after it. It's a good piece.
Here's another look at that pitch. And how about the scoop by Zimmerman to keep it in front of him, Jay?
Yeah, he's solid, man. Solid as they get.
So, not out of trouble yet. First and third, 2 outs. And here comes Cangelosi, the shortstop.
That looked like a good pitch there.
Yeah, it did. Cangelosi, a good size shortstop at 6'3", 180. He's out of Pataskala, Ohio, by way of Triton Community College. Triton? I don't know. Thank you. Pop fly right field, could be trouble.
It's going to keep going.
And it's going to be handled in right center field by the slick fielding second baseman, Mr. Miller, to end the inning. So much ado about nothing. The Warriors get out of a jam, and strikes were thrown at a high rate, Jay Alexander.
That's right. He made a good pitches when he needed to, and came back and shut it down.
We're coming to the bottom of the first to meet the Wayne State Warriors, one of the hottest teams in the country. When we come back, this is Warrior Baseball.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
Welcome back to Wayne State Baseball, Warrior All Access. Chad Bush and Jay Alexander with you. Alex Westfall, your executive producer. What a beautiful day in Metro Detroit. Well, in Midtown Detroit. We're not in Metro Detroit anymore, baby. We're in the middle of the D.
That's right. That's right.
And a place you know very well, Jay Alexander, a former Wayne State Tartar on the field.
Absolutely.
And played for the great Roger George.
Yeah.
Who this press room is named after. And then Jay had quite a run as the head coach at Wayne State, and it allowed him to continue on his strong managerial path. But you had a lot of fun here. How many years in total?
Yeah, in total here, 6 seasons. I'm sorry, no, since 1998 to 2002.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
And it was it was a run full of a lot of wins. And when you do so well, sometimes folks want you. And,
yeah.
And so.
And when you do so bad, they don't want you.
That's right. And we both know that.
That's it.
This is the batting lineup for the Wayne State Warriors. It'll be Foley to lead off, and followed by Maury, Delanoy, Ramirez, Candries, Van Sicklin, Miller, Zimmerman, and McGuire for Wayne State. And you look at the heavy meat eaters there in the middle of that lineup, 28 RBIs, 31 RBIs, 39 RBIs. Wow. This has been a clutch money team. It's veteran-laden, very experienced, and RK really loves this group.
Yeah, that's good. He should, man. They've done a great job of assembling this group together and doing a great job coaching them. You know, it's not always easy to do it, but they've done a great job. And I consider, Ryan Kelly one of the top coaches in the country. He's taken, what I've done and just made everybody forget about what I've done.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'll never forget what you've done. And I know Ryan Kelly won't either, because he complimented you just fine yesterday and had a lot of glowing words for you. And I know you didn't even get him any cash before that.
Right?
So it was legit. It was real. No. This is Foley to lead things off. Foley wears number 36, one of the veterans, one of the grad students. He's out of Saline, makes his home in Ann Arbor in the offseason.
And this pitcher's going to be a little bit different than than his counterpart here. He's a guy that's going to, what we used to call a thumber. He's going to throw a bunch of pitches for strikes. And he's going to go on deception a lot. Not nothing overpowering, but pitchability is off the chart.
This is Matt Hall, the right-handed pitcher, and he serves one to the left-handed hitting leadoff man, Mr. Foley, not Axel. This is Ryan Foley, a sixth-year grad student, and from that great program in Saline.
Yes.
They've won a couple state titles there as a pitch in the dirt, an off-speed. We'll see that from Hall, the right-hander who wears number 30, out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Went to Franklin Central High School. Just a sophomore, 5'10", 185.
Yeah, sure.
Ground ball right side, handled by the first baseman on a knee. That's Witt. And the out at first is executed. That was a well-executed. It doesn't always go so smooth at first in the pitcher, right?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. So
get a look at the replay and
the
fine conversion. So here comes the number 2 hitter. This is Maury, and this is one of the top hitters for this team and also the top base runner. He's 17 of 20, and he can run, as you can see, but he can't outrun that. Ground ball to short, handled easily by Cangelosi. Over to first to Witt. And two up, two down.
Yeah, he didn't waste no time. He went after the first pitch he saw. These guys are going to have to learn how to be a little bit more patient with this guy, because he's going to nibble around the plate, not give you anything to hit. And he's fighting for his life as well.
What'd you call him, a thumber?
Yeah.
I love that.
Guys is always throwing from his thumb, all the curveballs and stuff.
That's great. Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, and so Shalley's going to – I'm not necessarily saying he's pitching off, but what he's done is this is an aggressive swinging team. He wanted to get a strike thrower that can mix up pitches. Different strategies here.
This is Hunter Delanoy, the right fielder, left-handed hitting out of Heartland. Grounds one sharply to second. Handled easily by Hugh Kill, and it's 1-2-3. So, side retired in order. We have no score after one inning of play. And we'll stay here to Harwell Field on a beautiful 73-degree day. There is wind here, Jay, and they tell me that this happens all the time.
Yes.
The wind, it's just a thing here. Talk about the wind and your experience with it in your time.
Yeah, no, the wind blows out to right. Yeah, it blows out, the wind blows out to right here a lot of times, and, that's when the highway comes into play. So Big John Wiseman back in the day, the guy that put them on the highway. So you get a big left-handed, big swinging kid, he can put them out. So the ball, even though it's blowing out to right, it's still going to play all over pretty well. So either that happens or there's no wind, and the ball ain't going anywhere,
This is one of those windy days, so we should be on the lookout. We should be on the lookout for balls traveling high and deep to right field. So Killander out for his second inning of duty. By the way, the dimensions here in this beautiful ball field, Harwell Field, 310 down the left field line.
Yes.
Can we get a look at that monster out there? The green monster is 37 feet tall. And so that's the big storyline in this ballpark. And so that's really the challenge.
Yeah, it is.
Playing left field and playing center field and playing on the left side of this ballpark is different. How do you manage against it as a visiting team coming in?
Well, you play your players in and make them hit it over your head. Because if they hit it too hard, it's gone. If they don't, you just let it play off to the wall.
It is 379 in left center field, 420. Yeah, 420 to dead center. 370 in the right center field gap, and 320 down the right field line. So Killander out for his second inning of duty, gave up a couple of hits but not a run. And his first pitch is off speed and in the dirt for ball one, a rare ball thrown. This is this is Ian Sanders, the second baseman and the sophomore.
A good swing on that. So
the theme continues for Killander. He has been getting ahead of hitters.
Yeah, he has. He's done a great job of winning strike one, as I call it. As long as you can win strike one, you got a chance.
It's maybe too good on a couple of pitches.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be hard to tell a guy that doesn't throw strikes as consistently as you want him to throw strikes, but then sometimes don't throw strikes.
Right.
Right? And then the timing of that, and pitches popped up down the right field line. This in foul territory, and the catch is made. Mm-hmm. A fine play by the right fielder to track it. That's Hunter Delanoy.
Yeah, well, he just, you got to learn how to go with your pitch, right? A lot of us younger hitters want to pull, and we just don't put ourselves in a good position to hit the ball to the opposite field. What he wanted to do there, he needed to let the ball travel, and he didn't.
Big cut. This is
Franks.
Yeah, Franks. Thank you. Lost my way for a moment. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, big swinging.
Left-handed hitting right fielder.
Yeah, he's hitting .413 with limited amount of bats, but he was player of the week for them.
Is that right?
Yeah, player of the week last week. Put up some really good numbers, and probably just either was injured or just starting to come back. Because he legitimately has 26 hits, close to.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's only has 63 at bats.
Well-placed fastball there, as the 7-hole hitter Franks, the right fielder. Wayne State had their own player of the week named this past week, and we'll see him to lead off the second.
Yes.
Mr. Rudy Ramirez. Ground ball left side. This is trouble. Fine play in the hole. Maury, and they didn't get him. Wide of the bag. Fine job to track it by Tandres, but not in enough time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was a great job. He did a good job of going the other way with 2 strikes, and he gave himself a chance. What a great play, but it just he would have been safe anyway.
Yeah. So, a 2-out single, and that'll bring up number 1, the 8-hitter, Huckel, the second baseman. 1 out, rather, my bad. A man on. So 3 hits so far for Ashland, who comes in 22-9, 13-3 in the GMAC.
Yeah, ranked 6th in the region. Probably should be nationally ranked, but, it just depends on who they played thus far.
Kind of on that cusp.
Mm-hmm.
The Warriors in double play depth, runner not going. And the strike throwing continues, and the baseball is being dumped all over.
Yeah.
This beautiful landscape of Wayne State athletics. We saw Tyrone Wheatley throw out the first pitch. We look forward to seeing him in the spring game on Saturday.
Yes, we do.
What an exciting time to be alive in Wayne State athletics.
Mm-hmm. He's doing a great job. So exciting time to see Mr. Wheatley go to work.
Erica Wallace, the athletic director, doing a fabulous job.
Absolutely. Sanders he doesn't run very much. Franks, he doesn't run very much.
He's a right fielder. Those right fielders, they always got those cannon arms that hold them down.
That's it. That's it. Like Vladimir Guerrero.
That's it. Hugh Cole is the batter, the second baseman. 1-2 count. Killander ahead. Can he get him here? Oh, a little Uncle Charlie that just missed off the corner. That was close, Alex.
Yeah, it was a little slide. That was a little slider, a little side piece there. I can't believe he's laid off of it. Really good pitch there. Just missed outside a little bit.
I called you Alex. I meant to call you Jay. I was looking at Alex. Runner not going. Pitch is up and away. The batter on deck is Overholt, the catcher. He's in that awkward position of having to handle those shin pads.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be worried about the runner here. He's not a runner guy. You got a good catcher here. You just got to concentrate on the hitter.
Double play depth. There goes the runner. Strike him out. Throw him out.
That's it. See?
Almost.
Yeah, that would have been perfect.
A great throw by Zimmerman, but just one of those in-between hops and unable to snatch it was Noah Miller. And so anyway, it's a strikeout, which is important. A runner at second with 2 outs. The Eagles. Go ahead, partner.
This is when you really got to bear down here with two outs, right? This is not, it's not over yet. It's just getting started. Those 2-out hits, man, that's what wins ball games. So this was really, really, got to keep the ball in the infield. You got to demand the strike zone and then go to work.
Killander got out of trouble in the first with a runner at third. And this one just off the plate. This is Overholt, the catcher. Colin Overholt out of Delphos, Ohio. Redshirt freshman. He's a switch hitter, batting left against the righty. Foul tipped in the glove for a strike.
Yeah, good pitch, man. See those guys taking real big swings at that fastball.
It looks juicy today. The warm weather and the wind if you're a left-handed hitter. Overholt's a guy that batting .333. He does have 3 home runs.
He does.
Looking to drive one in here. Killander looking to shut the inning down. And the battle continues.
And if you look at it, Chad, look at second base and watch him tipping pitches a little bit here. And this is the cat and mouse game to see what they can do. So he's got his little hand out late, so he knows where he's coming inside or outside.
That's where a lot of timeouts are called.
That's it.
Where's that pitch clock? Fans filing in here, Midtown Detroit.
That's right, beautiful day.
Oh, man, what a time to
hit them out.
Yeah, all week. This is going to be a fun week to be around.
Great atmosphere.
We'll be on the road in Ohio. We'll follow Ashland's bus back home.
Oh.
Pitch in the dirt. Did he get him on the toe? He did. Check the shoe polish on that baseball. And so it's a hit by pitch. The number 9 hitter is hit by a pitch. It does flip the lineup to the top, and now they got to deal with Mr. Miller, a .361 hitter and a guy that's driven in 15 on the year.
Coach Kelly got to be pulling out his hair right now, boy. He hates stuff like this, and 2-out walks, 2-out hit by pitches. It's tough to defend right there.
Yes, it is. So, Killander, who they had hoped to get through 3 or 4, trying to nip it in the bud here.
Yeah, winning strike 1, Chad. That's the best. That's the best play to go.
Just upstairs a bit. 1-0. And now 2-0. And now Zimmerman debates whether to come out and have a chat. And this is the point where you just kind of got to settle down. And what do you? If you're a catcher or a coach right now, how close are you to coming out and stopping the fire?
Right now. So
yeah.
I may or may not. All depends on if knowing his tendencies. You got to know your players though. And this is where I think different coaches differ here. Like with 2-0 right now, even though your best hitter's up, it's got to be a pitch you love. And I don't think he loved that pitch. That was on the outside half. So you got to be patient as a hitter here.
2-1. Runners at first and second, and now the count levels.
That was a good pitch right there, Chad. He came hard inside there after coming outside. So he was probably diving in a little bit, got beat on the hands. Luckily got enough of it to foul it back.
Griffin Killander on the mound. Lanky, flexible right-hander. Fastball between 87 and 89 today. And that one's lifted back in a good fight by the leadoff man, Miller.
This is that backdoor slider here. You need right on the back foot here. You got a good catcher, solid catcher. You can block everything. This is the time to throw it right now. Fastball. Now let's go.
Chad Logan is the home plate umpire. James Mulick is down at second base, and that one is checked to Mr. Mulick on point, and he says no dice.
I wonder if that was a changeup. Looked like that might have been a changeup.
Might have been. Been working on that split finger a bit, along with a changeup, to go along with that fastball that hums up to 89. Full count here. Runners will be off. In a scoreless game, top of the second inning. This one's sky deep, right center field, back to the wall, and a catch in center field. Oh, what a catch on the run by Foley to haul it in to end the inning.
What a great catch right there. Good beat on the ball. Outstanding.
So Wayne State strands a couple more, forces the strand. Ashland leaves a couple. We're back for the bottom of the second in Detroit. This is Wayne State baseball on Warrior All Access.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service. So is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. I decided I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it.
And there you see it, the GLIAC Player of the Week, Rudy Ramirez. What a week it was. 542 average, 19 ribeyes. And look at that OPS, Jay. That's gaudy.
That's
what a week for
ridiculous.
the former Brighton Bulldog. And he deserved it.
That's it, absolutely. Every bit of it. You average some statistics like that, man. That's incredible.
Wayne State won 3 of 4 on the road at Purdue Northwest. And that followed a postponement at Northwood. Before they swept Grand Valley, swept Purdue Northwest at home. And what a run, knocking off Davenport, Parkside for 2, and Saginaw Valley. I mean, they've just run the gauntlet in the GLIAC. Wayne State now 12-1, and Grand Valley 8-5, the next closest. But
who did you say they swept first?
they had a sweep of Purdue Northwest. They won 3 of 4 against Purdue Northwest.
And swept Grand Valley.
Swept Grand Valley on
that's
April
what I wanted
3rd.
to hear.
Oh, you wanted to hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, swept Grand Valley. That's hard to do in any
very
sport.
hard to do.
And the Warriors have done it in baseball, and they are outplaying the Lakers right now. And look, it's a competitive program, and these two schools are big competitors. And I know that was always a competitor of yours when you were here. It was a fun rivalry.
It was a fun rivalry. The parents made it worse, but it was a good rivalry.
Okay, that's cool.
I can remember in the playoffs, we were down there, and one parent went to the center field at Midland. She was screaming at our center fielder, calling him all a bunch of names. And,
Oh, no.
Oh, it was awful.
Well, sometimes it gets passionate.
Yeah.
Ramirez
Goes
laces
the
one
other
to
way.
right. That's a base hit. Wayne State's first of the day. And it happens for the leadoff man of this inning and the number 4 hitter in the lineup for Ryan Kelly.
Yeah, he did a really good job going the other way. And he's also a threat to run here, too. So
Fine piece of hitting to go the other way, as you mentioned. And a man on, and this is a threat for Wayne State. They're facing the right-handed pitching today of Mr. Hall. Strike call.
yeah, Tandries has done a great job. Upperclassman here. His dad played pro ball for the St. Louis Cardinals.
That's right.
Good friend of mine. Back in the day, we played together. So real good. And his kid's really good as well. So don't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, a guy that he leads this team in batting average. And this guy did a comeback, a Tom Brady-like comeback out of retirement in the offseason. Ryan Kelly talked to him, and Tandries also coaches the wide receivers at South Lyon East. And Ryan said, hey, you want to come back and come back for a 6th year? Of course, he was rewarded due to the COVID eligibility, and all these guys were. And it's part of Wayne State's theme this year, and one of their advantages. They've got these 6th-year, 5th-year guys.
Yeah.
Tandries is one of them. And, yeah, he's got the good bloodlines, but he came out of retirement.
That's awesome.
Pulled to Brady.
Yeah, that's
says, I want to play. and he's leading the team in hitting. He strikes out there, of course, after we're building him up. But this is a fine player and a good young man. And Chris Tandries, 390 average, 39 RBIs. And that speaks to the pitching of Hall as he strikes him out.
It does. He needed to go the other way, and he didn't recognize it. He pitched him outside. He was just – he just stayed in the middle to the inside part of the play is what he was looking to do. And so, unfortunately, he didn't make the adjustment he needed, especially from an older player. At that situation, you got to be able to put the ball in play.
No doubt. This is Logan Van Sicklen, the number 6 hitter and the DH today. Right-handed hitter. Out of Waterford Kettering. He was a captain in high school.
Well, this is baseball, though. You got to love it. Jockeying back and forth. A hard thrower versus a non-hard thrower.
All the offsets in baseball, and everybody has their own advantage, and it doesn't necessarily mean the guy that's going to throw the hardest.
No, it doesn't.
Or the biggest hitter.
Right. It's about pitchability.
That's right.
And about the hitters who's willing to make an adjustment, because he's just throwing them that high slide piece is just really good on the break side. He's really spinning it well.
Matt Hall in search of his first win of the year, 7.56 ERA. This is his 6th appearance. He does have a couple of saves, but he's working in just his 10th inning of the year.
See, Shalley knows what he's doing, man. He puts this guy in because he can, spin a lot of curveballs and keep these guys off balance.
Yep.
And that's what you do with a big hitting team like Wayne State. You feed them fastballs, you feed them right into what they're good at. And now it's time for them to make some adjustments here.
We'll see if they do. That hits the front arm shield, and that's a hit by pitch. So Noah Miller out of Grosse Pointe University Liggett spent some time there this morning, actually. Talked to his head coach, Dan Cimini, who was raving about Miller. This will bring up Zimmerman, the catcher. Another veteran on this team, and another guy that Ryan Kelly raves about. Says he's got a major league body. This guy's looks. You walk him through an airport, this guy looks like a major leaguer, and
he sure does.
Got a cannon for an arm.
He sure does.
Really controls the run game and trying to break out of a mini slump right now at the plate, but he's got a lot of potential in that left-handed bat as he slices one onto the, what is that, 94?
Yes.
Okay. We got the Lodge. We got 94.
That's it.
We got some of the volleyball team making their way in. Look at the support, all the programs here. Did you coordinate this, Jeff?
I know.
Mother Nature will give credit to. Swing and a miss. What an inning for Hall. Mows him down.
Strikes
Wayne
out
State
the
gets
side.
the leadoff man on, and nothing more, Jay. What a shutdown.
Yeah, no, they got to do a better job of, making adjustments.
We're coming back for the top of the third. Sorry, partner.
No, you're good.
Right after this.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. I decided I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it.
Welcome back to Harwell Field. Chad Bush and Jay Alexander with you on Warrior All Access. And out taking his warm-up tosses is Mr. Killander, the pride of Livonia Stevenson, where a couple of fellas in this booth went to high school. A couple of our aces, the brothers Alex and Evan Westfall, also fellow Livonia Stevenson Spartans. Right? Spartans? Okay. I was 90% confident. So Killander, the former Spartan of Livonia Stevenson, will toe the rubber, and he will face
Let's go, Griff.
number 4. This is the number 2 hitter, Schroeder. And he has a hit already today.
And I tell you, Chad, I think it's I think I'm getting a little bit older here.
Yeah? What
Yeah.
was your first clue?
Because the umpire is Chad Logan, was an outstanding pitcher. We played together back in the day.
Oh.
He played for for Flint Haloburger.
Is that right?
Yeah, I played for Lynch.
Okay. Did you beat him?
Yes.
Who won more?
Then I joined him.
You beat him and then you joined him. I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I like it. Chad Logan is the home plate umpire today. And James Mulick down at second base. Pop fly and chased by the third baseman and hauled in by McGuire with his back to the infield. That's a quick out.
Yes, it is. And he can definitely use some of those, Killander.
He could. That pitch count is starting to mount up a bit. So 1 out, top of the third, no score. As you get a look at that replay and the fine catch by the third sacker, McGuire.
Oh,
It's a fly
He
ball.
got on that one.
Left field. This is deep. This is off the bat of Witt. It's off the wall, over the head of the left fielder, Ramirez. And sliding into second, it's a 1-out double for Witt.
Witt's done a great job of taking what he's getting and going the opposite field, man. And that one, he really hit the ball very hard. So you can see it here in the replay. It's an outstanding. The wind blowing a little bit helped it push over a little bit.
Just enough. Fine throw in, but just not in time. So another runner in scoring position for the third straight inning. Killander with 1 out has been in this spot too many times. And he's worked out of it, though, every time. So
Yes, he has. So come on, young man.
51 pitches now for Garrett Killander, 35 for strikes.
Hey, what was his number? His magic number was 70?
I think so. It wasn't a hard commitment from RK, but he said, you know how you coaches talk.
I know, right?
There's never an exact number. There's always leeway, plus or minus 20%.
That's it.
You know how it goes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All too well.
But, yeah, I can imagine he's got another 19 or 20 in him.
Yeah, he got a big weekend coming up, so he needs some arms.
That's right. Fly ball out of play.
Does a good job of keeping him off balance at times. Really relies heavily on his fastball, which is perfectly fine, but just needs to be able to locate it a little bit better and more consistent.
The beauty is that there's not been a walk yet.
No.
And both pitchers have avoided walks. Ground ball right back to Killander. He'll check the runner at second and just dart it over to first. There's 2 outs. Killander helps his own cause.
He sure does, man. And whenever you can get a fielding pitcher, that's even better. Because if not, that might be a base hit up the middle.
You can't teach 6'5" either. 6'5's a fun frame to
Absolutely,
work with.
right? If that was my boy, it'd go way over his head.
Oh, come on. Carter's he's destined for over 6 foot.
Yeah, right.
Oh, man.
In my dreams, not his. I don't
That's
think
right.
it matters to him yet.
That's good. Nor should it. So 2 outs, runner on second base. Scoreless game, 4 hits for Ashland, 1 for Wayne State. The Warriors come in the leaders of the GLIAC, number 8 in the country in Division II by collegiate baseball. Is their highest ranking.
Yeah, deservingly so, man. I think we've only gotten to 17, and we were 1 pitch away from the College World Series. So he's done a fine job with this program, man. I love watching him play, watching these guys prepare. He does all the little things.
I sure do. This is Cangelosi, who stranded a couple on base his last time up. He's got a chance for redemption here. Killander has other ideas. And that one's poked foul amongst the fans.
Yeah.
Headed to the lodge. Beautiful day for baseball. Wayne State trying to continue this 3-game win streak. Had a 9-game win streak snapped over the weekend, but this team's been in all kinds of runs. Been the best year at Wayne State so far. Ryan Kelly wants to finish it. He says, we got to get to the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the
Absolutely.
ultimate goal, win the league and get to the World Series. As you mentioned, you've been close yourself.
Yeah.
He's been close. And he says, yeah, that'd be the next step.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's destined for it here soon.
Witt doubled to left. And this one's headed for another double. This one is driven off the wall, and it will drive in the game's first run. Cangelosi with a 2-out double off the green monster in left, and Ashland strikes first to Detroit.
Oh, yeah. It was right there. Good pitch to hit for him, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with a good pitch. So that was too good of a pitch on a good hitter.
Bobbled a bit and left, but it didn't matter. That run was scoring anyway. So a runner on second, and Ashland not done yet. This will bring up Sanders, the left fielder.
2-out hitting is really good. That's how you win ball games, man.
Sure.
You get those 2-out hits. That's valuable to your club.
Popped up.
He's trying to go to Green Monster too with that swing.
Kind of playing with house money. There's already a run driven in. Is that what a hitter's thinking right now?
That's it. That's it.
That pressure's off. There's
know.
already a run in. That
That's
Green
it.
Monster looks tasty.
Yeah, the Green Monster make you do crazy things, man.
Yeah.
Tell you right now, yeah, we
Yeah.
get a lot of programs that came in here and that come in here trying to hit off the Green Monster, so they do things that they don't normally do.
Did you play to that strength?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
What's an example of playing to that strength?
pitching to the outside part of the plate? You know, don't give in on the inside part. You know, really go after it and keep them off balance.
Makes sense. Cangelosi on second, a 2-out double. He's driven in the game's first run. This one's popped up, giving chases Tandries, and he'll give way to the
nice
right
catch.
fielder, making a sliding catch. That's Delanoy. So that ends the inning. Ashland gets one on a couple of doubles, and they lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third in Detroit. This is Wayne State Baseball and Warrior All Access.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. I decided I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it.
Welcome back to Midtown Detroit. Get a look at the 2023 GLIAC standings. Wayne State, what a start, 12-1.
Wow.
Ahead of Grand Valley and Davenport. Got a few games up on them.
Yeah, you really want to focus on just series wins right here, man. You want to collect them up, just get serious wins from this point out, and you're golden.
And they have done that. They have won every series this year they have played after losing to Hillsdale 11-0 in the opener. That's a head scratcher.
It is, right?
But obviously, you know, you can take a loss one way or the other. And I think it might have fueled this group.
Absolutely. Anything you can for a good team, you know, any fuel you can add to their fire, they're going to take advantage of it.
1-0 Ashland on a beautiful 75-degree day in Detroit. His name is Jay Alexander. My name's Chad Bush. It's a pleasure to be with you on Warrior All Access.
Yes, on our first 77-degree day here, so exciting time.
It's only been about 6 months.
I know, right?
Crazy to think how long we wait for a 70-degree day.
Oh, my goodness. And it feels great.
Sure does.
Yeah.
This is McGuire leading off the bottom of the third, and he fouls it back. McGuire in a full count here. And he's working against Hall, who's had a fine start to today. Hall so far in the game, Jay.
Yeah.
His numbers are impressive. He is not giving up a run. He will give up a foul ball here.
Yeah, no, he's doing a great job, man. He's commanding the strike zone, using both sides of the plate, keeping him off balance. He's pitching, you know. That's what you look for, pitchability. Especially you see more of a pitchability in Division II. In Division I, you get those guys that can really run it up there pretty big. And that was probably his first mistake right there, and hit it right to somebody.
He did pay for it. Hit it right to Franks for a hard out for the leadoff man. And that'll flip the lineup to the top. Here comes Foley for Wayne State trying to get something going. They trail 1-0. Unfamiliar territory for these Warriors.
Character builder right here. Midweek, boom. Good idea. I'm a big fan of the bunt. You know that.
I know that.
My boy.
We talked about it yesterday with RK. Ryan Kelly's mentioned that you would love the bunt today.
That's it, man.
But this is a good circumstance for the bunt. You're not lying.
Absolutely. Playing back, and even if he's playing right there, if you're not in on that grass, I'm like, do it again. Let's go.
And Foley does it well. This is a co-captain, a guy that's working on his MBA. Under-recruited out of Saline, and Ryan Kelly took advantage of that. Ground ball to short. Cangelosi fires across to Witt, and there's quickly 2 outs here for Wayne State. Here comes Toronto's finest, C.J. Morey. Guy who leads his team in stolen bases, a great athlete. And 17 swipes on the year. They'd love to get him going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good on base percentage. You know, let's go.
I know you're a guy that likes the bunt, but is this a spot where you would throw down a bunt signal?
Absolutely. Look at the guy at third base,
Yeah.
right? You just got to get in the right area, and you're golden. Anywhere on that side, call it fair or foul.
That's Schroeder at third. Cangelosi at short, and the first baseman is back. That's Witt. And this one is lifted out of play. Good crowd on hand at Harwell Field. What a beautiful ballpark and structure and press box and whole area.
Absolutely.
They've really done a fine job here at Wayne State.
Yeah, big time.
I know you were a big part of building this program to get to this point, and it's fun to watch, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Ground ball to first, handled by the combination of Hall and Witt, and that retires the side. So Ashland will take a 1-0 lead to the fourth. This is Wayne State baseball.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. I decided I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it.
Griffin Killander out, taking his warm-up tosses as Ashland gets ready to strut to the plate. They've got a 1-0 lead on 5 hits. They've had several runners stranded in this game, but Killander's done a nice gutsy job getting through 63 pitches, giving up 5 hits and 1 run, 3 strikeouts, no walks.
Yeah,
which might just be his saving grace.
It is a saving grace right now, but he's got a lot of traffic that's been he's been yielding a lot of traffic on the base paths, and so he's going to have to learn to tone that down here a little bit because eventually a good team like Ashland will take advantage of it.
You bet. Killander started the season in the bullpen, and he's been a back-end rotation guy on the weekends. And these are opportunities to sort of help build the depth and build the confidence to get him in a weekend slot. So here comes the leadoff man hacking away at the first pitch. That's Franks. Wow. And it's a fair ball. It's trouble. It's another double for Ashland. How about that? And a 2-bagger, the 6th hit of the game. Leadoff double for Franks.
He made a good pitch there too, Chad. That's unfortunate, but that's baseball.
Yeah, it is baseball. Yeah. Right in that Bermuda Triangle that just dropped in.
Absolutely perfect spot right there.
Well placed. So
I definitely couldn't chip no better than that.
Oh, I know. I've golfed with you. You're like me. No, we have fun at outings.
That's it.
That's the
all
point.
you're supposed to have.
So, the doubles. How about it? So far, 4 doubles today. Using that green monster to their advantage is Ashland, but 1 run to show for it. Killander with a challenge here, and he does come back and fires a beautifully placed fastball.
That was a really good pitch there, inside half. You want him to hit something on the left side so you can hold the runner. It's a real good pitch. Hopefully he can continue that.
This is Hugh Kill, the second baseman, with the runner Franks on second with nobody out. And this one's skied to right, near the line, not deep. And trouble now, and a catch. Wind issues, but it was caught. Did the runner leave early?
Yeah, he might have.
They don't think so, at least yet. But that will be an out, and that's a big out. How about the recovery?
Huge out.
By the right fielder, Delanoy. We'll get another look here. Man. Talked about the wind, Jay, and this is a prime example of the wind playing tricks.
Plus the sun.
And the sun.
Yeah.
The runner does advance. He did tag up legally. And over to third goes Franks. Here comes Overholt, the 9-hitter. Fly ball center field. This will score a run.
Yeah, definitely score.
Back to make the catches. Foley cruising home is Franks. 2-0 Ashland on the road in the lead. Now in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, Chad, there I would like to see him bust that guy inside, a 9-hole hitter. Try to keep him on the infield a little bit. Left it out over the plate, so he did his job.
I'd say so. The 9-hole hitter did his job indeed. And you can see the wind playing tricks out there before Foley hauled that one in. So this is the leadoff man, Miller, with nobody on. And Miller thinks he got hit on the foot. And Chad Logan barking at John Shaley. And there's going to be a discussion here. And That's a good look.
Although it looked like he signaled go to first base, actually.
Did he? And he said no?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
At first he did.
Well-placed, firm fastball. It's a fastball that ranges between 87 and 89. It's a breaking ball that's still developing, but at times can be a real biter for Killander. The bunt is pulled back. Zimmerman a brick wall back there.
Yeah, he is.
Man, what's it like as a receiver, as a catcher on this turf? What kind of adjustments do you have to make?
It's going to take a harder bounce. In fact, it actually kind of ruins you when you go play on the dirt because the ball don't come up. It comes up here, so you have better opportunity to block it. It's going to hit you right in the chest. If you don't block it when it's in the dirt, it might hit you somewhere else.
I see. I see. There's a lot to think about out there.
Yeah. Good pitch right there. Come on, Chad. You got to call that.
Yeah, I agree. Miller draws a walk. This is the game's first walk. It took us 3 2/3 of a innings. So, runner at first, a run in, 2-0 Ashland. We're in the top of the 4th, and here comes the number 2 hitter, Schroeder, who has a hit today. 2 hits for Witt, 2 hits for Franks. 4 doubles in the game for Ashland. 1 hit for Wayne State so far, and that belongs to the player of the week in their conference, Rudy Ramirez.
Yeah, Ashland has been real. They haven't been patient enough here, but I think if they can be patient here, because he's starting to struggle a little bit, that might help him.
Yeah,
but the lack of their patience has actually helped Wayne State.
I agree with that. Schroeder, the hitter, batting .382 entering competition today. Draws a fairly high amount of walks. And they got to pick off. And the completion is made with a tag by Morey. So Ashland runs themselves out of the 4th a bit, but not before they get a run. And advance their lead as you see the throw to first. And this was a textbook rundown.
Yes, it was.
And a quick one.
Real easy.
Coming back for the bottom of the 4th right after this to Harwell Field in Midtown Detroit. This is Warrior All Access.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. I decided I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it.
So here comes the heart of the lineup for Wayne State. Delanoy, Ramirez, and Tandries to try to get things going. The Warriors in a peculiar spot right now. They trail in this game 2-0. Jay Alexander and Chad Bush with you.
Yeah, we need to do a better job of really being patient with this guy, making him throw more strikes and you know, get deeper into the count.
It has been 43 pitches, pretty quick work for Hall. This one is lifted near the fence and in play. Fine play by the third baseman, Schroeder, for out number 1.
Yeah, just not getting really good swings off of him, Chad, because he's making us uncomfortable. So we need to figure out how to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Makes sense. So here comes Rudy Ramirez.
Go, Rudy.
And Ramirez the lone representative in the hit club today for Wayne State.
Yeah, even then, there was a slider on the outside part that held a little bit of the middle part of the plate. And, you know, swinging, strike one.
What a year for this guy. Ramirez in his fourth year, a fifth-year senior, 368, 2 home runs, 31 runs driven in.
Yeah, he's done a great job of getting hits when they count it. So they expect him to continue to help along the way here.
And this has been the best outing of the year for Hall. He's had command today and has thumbed his way to a shutout through 3.5.
Yes, he has. Done a really good job of mixing in pitches, man. See right there?
Ramirez chases one, and the strikeout completed by the catcher Overholt.
Yeah, this is what I mean by patience, man. We got to be patient at the plate, looking to go the other way. We're not being selfish trying to pull the ball, because then you get in disadvantaged counts as he was, and then now you got to rely on the pitch.
So that'll bring up Tandries. And Tandries evens the count at 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the fourth. Wayne State on the year, 24-4. Ground ball right side, backhanded. And the play made with ease. Fine play by the second baseman, Hugh Kill.
He's just nibbling it away, man. Just a change up right there. Got him over on the front side, roll over.
We go to the top of the fifth, rolling along in Detroit. You're watching Warrior All Access. Back to Harwell Field right after these.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
Chad Bush and Jay Alexander back with you. Wayne State ranked 8th in the country in a midweek game, non-conference game against their former league foes, Ashland. And the Ashland Eagles have come into Detroit and have a 2-0 lead, 1 run in the third, 1 in the fourth. They have 4 doubles in the game. And Wayne State hasn't gotten the bats going, and Killander's day is done. He finishes with 74 pitches. And through 49 strikes, and Jay's final line looks like this: 6 hits, 2 runs, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. And tell us about the new pitcher, Mr. Cox.
Yeah, Brendan Cox comes in with a 4.58 ERA, 17 innings pitch with 20 strikeouts with 17 innings. So that's kind of impressive here. He's given up 14 hits, so 9 earned runs and 9 runs. So it looks like he has a lot of good pitchability here.
So he's on, and he will face the right-handed hitter, and the number 2 hitter in the lineup. This is Schroeder. Schroeder gets to lead off this inning because of the pickoff. Maybe that was planned.
Yeah.
Does the coach, is that a move? Is that a thing?
It could be, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And he might have been at his pitch count to limit, and so, but unfortunately, he's come right out to shoot 3-0 right behind the hitters.
Cox is out of Riverview Gabriel Richard High School.
All right.
Played for Chris Dyack.
Yeah.
and the state champions. There's a ground ball down the line. This is another extra base hit. This will be the 5th double of the game for Ashland. And cruising into second base is Schroeder with his second hit and his second double of this game.
Yeah, he does a good job of taking what they give him. He's pulled the ball, he's went the other way. Just a really, really good hitter, man.
Sprayed it both sides, you're right. So now here comes Witt. Cox with a lefty-on-lefty matchup here. A little bit tastier.
Yeah, probably right with the doctor order because he's smelling baseballs right now, this guy. He's hitting so much.
Witt is 311 hitter with now 6 doubles on the year and 28 runs driven in. And an RBI opportunity here.
Yeah, he's a leader in at-bats as well, so he don't walk very much.
Shot to third, snatched right at the letters. Fine play by Mason McGuire, and just like that, they get a quick out.
Yeah, just like bunt and move him over, so you still got 2 chances.
It's a good way to look at it. Never thought of it that way. It's a good call. The psychology of baseball.
Yeah, but the matchups here is in his favor, lefty on lefty here, so we'll see what happens.
So, runner at second, 1 out. And Cox deals. It's a strike on the outside part of the plate, says Chad Logan. He heard you giving him some smoke earlier.
Out of Bay City. The pride of Bay City.
Is he out of Bay City?
Yeah.
The Bay City Wheelers.
Yeah.
Okay. You go to Western or Central?
Hillsdale.
Oh, okay. Chopper in the hole. Got to hustle, throw to first, and it gets away. It gets away from Tandries. He'll chase it down. And runners at the corners now. It was a tough play to handle. We'll get another look.
Yeah, I'm going to give the E to the first baseman on that one. You got to pick that.
It's coming from a shortstop.
Absolutely.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, see, I put it in the books as E3.
All right. Well, I trust your scoring. That could have been a hit. All right.
No, I think he'd have got him.
Was it?
Yeah.
No? Okay. All right. So, first and third squares to bunt.
It's a safety bunt. That was just a terrible bunt for him.
Oh, boy. So, yeah, the safety bunt, Cangelosi, who's put one off the wall already today, gives himself up for not much. The runner advances to second. It's second and third now with 2 outs. And I don't think that was kind of a bat they were looking for.
Well, what they were trying to do here is they wanted to put the guy in scoring position with 2 outs and didn't have another good hitter coming up. But with that run score, if you do a safety squeeze there, but he's got to push it away from the catcher. If the catcher feels it, it's done. But if the pitcher feels it, that run score is easy, and you got a guy at second base with 2 outs.
Eric Bezel, the pitching coach, has come out to have some words with his left-hander, Brennan Cox, the grad student out of Taylor, Michigan, and Riverview Gabriel Richard. So, discussion here. Runners at second and third. You've got a guy coming up in Sanders, who today is 0 for 2 and has left a guy on. So, this is the guy that perhaps you want. He is a right-handed hitter. How do you approach this?
I approach him away. I mean, if you watch the game all day, he's been looking to pull. He's pull happy. I mean, his foot's already in a position to pull. His body's out of whack. He's disconnected through his swing. So there's a lot of things. I definitely wouldn't give him nothing good to hit. And you got a base open with a lefty on deck.
The only story with that is that lefty on deck he's 2 for 2 today with 2 doubles.
Yeah, but that was against a right-hander.
That's true. And that's a good point.
So I like my percentages.
Okay, that's fair. That's why you're up here.
And I'm not even a sabermetrics guy because I'm too old.
Well, you're starting to sound kind of nerdy to me. These matchups you got. Quickly ahead, Cox 0-2. That's laced off the beautiful field house. Indoor complex.
Yeah.
You got all these fancy buildings now. You
I know.
leave for a decade, you come back, and this place has come to fruition.
I know. Shoot, I remember when I was playing, man, I slid under the fence in left field and came back without a jersey.
Oh, that's a good story. I want to hear more of that later.
That was a good pitch there, though, Chad. It's setting him up here for something outside. So we'll see where he goes with this pitch.
1-2, second and third. All kinds of trouble to start this inning. Cox gave up the leadoff double, but he's a pitch away from working out of it. Against Sanders, tapped back to the mound, and foul ball. Thank you. So that was the right pitch, but not the result Cox deserved.
I never thought I'd see Chad Logan out here umpiring. He was such a fierce competitor on the mound.
Was he?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Tell us some dirt on him. I mean, good dirt, not bad dirt.
No, it was just he expected to win, man. He could pound the strike zone, 4 pitches for strikes.
Where'd he play in
Nothing
college?
overpowering. Hillsdale.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. Okay. Second and third. 2 outs, 1-2 count. Cox to get out of it.
There it is, right there. Good call.
Was
It was a
close.
better box.
Yep.
It's a good call. Not the call we wanted, though.
Battle continues.
So he's actually putting up a really good fight. He's battling off some really good pitches here because he hasn't thrown him anything good to hit. Inside slider here. Now I would bust him away hard with a fastball and see if he'll chase it because he's really aggressive. You always got to think one pitch ahead. Oh, he come change up.
Swing and a miss. He
Nice
got
pitch.
him. Cox strikes him out to end the inning. Gave up the double, strands 2. And we go to the bottom half of the 5th. We're coming back to Harwell Field. Cox with a big finish to this inning.
Yes, yes.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. I decided I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it.
Welcome back to Harwell Field. This is Van Sicklin, the number 6 hitter in the lineup for Ryan Kelly in his 15th year. He spent 6 years as an assistant with Jay Alexander from 03 to 08. Ryan Kelly did his duties as an undergrad and grad at U of M. And also at Wayne State. He worked for the Detroit Lions in what they called new media.
Yeah.
And he also did a grad assistant gig at Stanford.
Yes, he did.
What a resume for the former Divine Child Falcon. Ryan Kelly, and the former Michigan Wolverine, has found a home as a Wayne State Warrior. And it wasn't always his career path.
No, it wasn't ever.
Right?
Actually, I would take full credit of that. And so when he's in the Hall of Fame, he needs to make sure that I'm a big part of it. But real quickly, that quick story was he was talking to me about coaching and this and that. He wasn't sure, and I was trying to get him to be our pitching coach. And he was like, well, I don't know. I really want to be athletic director. I go, if you want to be a good athletic director, you need to learn how to coach first so you know what they go through. And he just never left.
How about it? Well, yeah, you better be at that ceremony, and I'm sure you will. Yeah, he had no intentions to coach, and then you suckered him into it, and he's stuck around here. He loves coaching and loves Wayne State and loves this program so much.
Absolutely.
Swing and a miss, so Van Sicklin is out. And so with one out, that'll bring up Miller, Noah Miller, the second baseman out of Grosse Pointe University Liggett. He's having a fine season, batting .250, 8 runs driven in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Strong defensively. Ground ball chopper up the middle. Behind second, fine play by Cangelosi. And there are quickly 2 outs in this inning.
They have not gotten it together. They haven't strung any hits together, right? That's what's real key. And just really hitting his pitches. They're hitting pitchers' pitches, and it's unfortunate, but he's pounding strikes on. Like I told you in the beginning of the game, he was going to be tough to hit as long as he threw strikes.
And Hall has been just that.
Yep.
54 pitches, 4 strikeouts, no walks. And he's given up just the 1 hit. Working into the 5th inning here.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of mixing pitches very well. See, look at that change up right down the middle. You don't know what's coming.
Zimmerman off balance a bit there. "13 runs driven in. Swing and a miss. This guy can find the seats. They really love him behind home plate, but he can do some good things with the bat as well.
Yeah, they really, this kid is doing a great job of mixing in very well. You don't know if you're getting a changeup or a fastball, curveball, slider inside. He's doing a really good job.
Fly ball left field. This one's deep, and it's off the monster. Zimmerman rounds first to second, and he is in with a 2-out double. How about it? 2 strikes, 2 outs, and Zimmerman finds the monster for a 2-bagger.
Yeah, man, and that's a great piece of hitting right there. Finally, we see what they're good at, right? So it's the 2 strikes going the other way, not trying to do too much with a pitch, and it's just absolutely perfect, as you see here on the replay.
Fine play by the left fielder off the wall. As you mentioned, that can take some funny hops, but how about Zimmerman's hit? And it leaves hope for McGuire and the Warriors. And it gets that pitcher a little uncomfortable too, right? He hasn't really been uncomfortable today. No traffic, and never a guy in scoring position.
Absolutely.
Until now.
Yeah, he's done a great job of controlling it. So that was one of the uncharacteristic call of Mr. Logan day to day. That ball's in the batter's box. Hit the white line. Catcher did a good job of framing that in.
Mason McGuire looking to drive in his 6th run of the year.
Dude, what's crazy is you probably get
That's outside the zone. McGuire is out of Brighton High School, and he came here by way of Mott Community College in Flint.
Yeah, good programs.
Zimmerman on second, and the count now runs to 3-1. Hitters count for Mason McGuire.
I'd be completely surprised if he throws this kid a fastball here, Chad. Just with base open, you've been commanding the strike zone, change up or slider.
The outfield has gotten shallow real quickly as McGuire runs it full.
Yeah.
Wayne State trying to scratch the surface for the first time today. They have not had trouble scoring runs this year.
Yeah, 2-out hitting right here is big.
Stays alive.
Good job to hang in there.
The Warriors won 22-6 back over the weekend in Indiana against Purdue Northwest. 9-4 and 7-3. They even put up 8 runs in their loss. So this is a team that knows how to hit. It's a veteran team, and a team built to come from behind. What's that?
Yeah, the change up inside. That was a tough pitch to take, but that was a good take.
That was a real good take. McGuire walks on a tight one. And so that'll set the table to the top with Foley again. And a big opportunity. He represents the go-ahead run, but he's got a couple of runs out there. Wayne State trying to come back from a 2-0 deficit with a lot of chicken left on the bone. We're just in the 5th. Thanks for watching on All Access.
Yes.
That's a get me over breaking ball for a strike.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do. And what he's been doing all day, just get over, get ahead.
Off speed and off the plate.
Yeah. So Devin must have had a good talk with these hitters, because this last couple at bats has been really good, and they're not swinging at his pitches. This could be a bomb.
Same pitch, even wider. Foley on the year has had a strong campaign. He's 4th on the team with a .326 average, 20 runs driven in. Zimmerman on second with 2 outs. On at first is McGuire via the walk. Just 1 walk for both pitchers in this game. Both teams, I should say. 2-2 count, 2 men on, 2-0 Ashland.
Got it.
Nubber, slow roller, throw to first, and they get him by a half step. Out are the Warriors. Foley grounds out softly, and we go to the top of the 6th. 2-0 Ashland Eagles. Back after this.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. I decided I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it.
Welcome back to Harwell Field. Chad and Jay with you. And this is Franks to lead off the top of the 6th inning. 2-0 Ashland out of the GMAC. What do they call it?
Yeah, something like that.
Doesn't matter.
Ever since they left the Glick.
Out at first, a fine play by Tandries and Cox to team up for that little two-stepper. How about this?
That was bang, bang. They might need to go to the headphones on this one.
Oh, don't say that yet.
Oh, he got him.
Fancy footwork. Cox with some athleticism, the former Riverview Richard Pioneer. So that will bring up Hugh Kill, the second baseman. And he pounds one to second. So 2 quick outs. That was closer than I thought. Hugh Kill is out. And so 2 up, 2 down.
Yes.
That'll bring up the number 9 hitter.
Good job of getting ahead right here. Got to win strike 1 right away. Put them in the hole. And that's what good pitchers do.
Right at him. And they've done it today with Cox. He's been efficient. 17 pitches, 11 of them have been strikes. Cox taking over for Killender, who went 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, both earned, and gave up 6 hits. 3 strikeouts and just 1 walk. Strike called. Cox has yet to give up a run. He did give up a double and gave up another single, but got out of a big jam last inning.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of mixing up his pitches, really taking his time, no rush. Really look composed out there on the mound. Mound presence is one of the most important things you can have as a pitcher.
Yeah. Ashland has left 7 on base in this game.
Wow.
Pitch inside and low, a biter from Cox. Nice pitch that he features.
Yeah. Coach Shelley ain't going to be happy about that. 7 runners on base.
Yeah.
In a big game like this.
These guys might be walking back to Ashland. Did he go? No. So that's a walk. Cox gives up his first. It's a 2-out walk. And that'll bring us to the top of the Ashland Eagle lineup. And here comes Miller. Cam Miller, left-handed hitter, a sophomore out of Dayton, Ohio. Dayton, Ohio is where Coach Aaron Hepner played his college baseball.
Yes, he did. The University of Dayton.
Yeah. He's done a fine job in that dugout at Wayne State. And he handles their offense.
Yes, he does. Works with the catchers and probably a little bit of the pitchers at the time. As a catcher, you're always, doing bullpens and things like that. But when he was with me at Eastern Michigan, he was.
Yes, he
was.
was.
He was at. He was, really in control with the pitchers.
Multi-talented.
Yes, very good. And I also highly recommended him to get here.
You are good with your recommendations and matching people.
That's it. No,
You are. I will say that.
Yeah, Hepner's a good man.
How many people have you introduced as a couple that have gotten married? You seem like a guy that could line up a lot of couples.
Yeah, quite a few. So
You're like the matchmaker guy.
Yeah. I missed my calling. Let me tell
did.
you.
It's not too late.
But online dating wasn't there when I was there.
Oh man.
Now they got all these kind of other vehicles. I just
You could have wrote the app.
I know.
Who needs Tinder?
I know.
We got Alexander.
That's it. Alex Love. That's what it is.
Alex Love. Okay. New name. Pop up. This is down the right field line, fairly deep near the track, but room in that corner. And what a right field by Delanoy today to handle the third out.
Absolutely. That was a fine play, and he stayed with it with the sun. Just got under it a little bit.
Ashland strands another. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Here come the Warriors.
I was the kid who would do surgery on my teddy bear and have my sister be my patient, and I would wear the stethoscope and the lab coat. I was that kid. Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Dr. News, who is the head of the biology department, definitely has had a huge impact over the past 2 years I've been in the lab. He took a chance on me and actually gives me the power to actually do things. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades. I've had so many experiences with underprivileged people and just seeing that they want the basic things that people get out of life. And if I can help in any way, that just kind of warms my heart. That's why I want to be a doctor, to serve those who have been dealt a bad hand. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. It was just because I bought into myself.
Maury, Delanoy, and Ramirez And Morey, first pitch swinging, grounds one to short for a quick out to Cangelosi, who tosses to Witt. So one out there.
Yeah.
That's an approach. You think that's a plan? Not an approach you'd be happy with.
No. I think it was a real bad at bat right there when you're down 2-2 and it's getting late a little bit. You want to work the pitcher. You saw what he did near the end. He got in trouble and he couldn't find the strike zones because they became patient. So now you go and swing at the first pitch curveball and you ground out to the shortstop.
Yeah, and this is a guy you kind of want to get out of the game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at this point,
Absolutely.
It's been a dominating performance really by Matt Hall.
Yep, it has.
There's a sharp grounder to second, and Delanoy will ground out to the second baseman. And the plan all day for Hall has just worked for him.
Yep, absolutely. And he's executed his plan, and they had an idea of coming into these hitters, and the hitters just haven't done a good job of executing their plan. So it's unfortunate, but, this is real baseball, right? And this is the battle back and forth.
No doubt. Wayne State trails the all-time series against Ashland, but not by much, 34-31-1.
That boy Rudy.
Line drive, base hit, left field. Rudy Ramirez just keeps on chugging. Death, taxes, and Ramirez you can count on annually.
Absolutely.
Second hit of the game, he has 2 of the 3 hits, and here it is right there.
Absolutely. He did a great job of staying in there, staying on that curveball. Really, really high-hanging curveball that's set right there on the inside part of the plate. He didn't try to do too much.
That's it. So a man on, 2 men out. And that'll bring up Tandries. Wild throw. Tandries' father, as Jay mentioned, played baseball at Wayne State back in the late 70s, early 80s. And what a fine, fine career.
You're maybe getting one.
Yeah, went on and played some pro ball, I believe, in the Cardinals organization, if I'm correct.
That's right. Tandries was a quarterback at Livonia Stevenson back in high school.
I would believe.
And this is a guy that, was willing to do the bullpen catcher thing back in the day when he wasn't quite the dude yet. And I know you like bullpen catcher guys.
Yeah.
And RK told me about that too. So a guy that's willing to do things like Tandries in your lineup he'd get an automatic merit, right?
Absolutely, he would. He'd get more opportunities to play the following year, right? That's dirty work. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I bet. But this is a real good culture and chemistry guy and a coach on the field. And Ryan Kelly really loves having Chris Tandries on his team.
Yeah, and that's Coach Kelly. Coach Kelly does a great job of teaching these kids how to be men, right, and then teaching them how to be respectable people, moving forward. So you wouldn't expect anything else. You wouldn't expect those guys not to come back.
Right on. So here comes a pinch hitter for Wayne State. They will check in the freshman Tony Hatzigiorgio, the freshman out of Oxford. And Hatzigiorgio is a guy we actually saw on the prep last year in a game at St. Mary's that Oxford played. This is a real fine-looking freshman and a right-handed hitter, and he's in a big spot here, Jay.
Yeah.
With 2 outs, 2 men on, the tying run at first.
Yeah, I think you put him in there because he doesn't really understand the situation here.
Ramirez at second, and a half-hearted swing, and it's back.
Because he got food with the slider. So what are you coming back with?
Fastball?
No, I'd come back with another slider.
Would you?
Yeah, in the dirt probably.
Okay. Hatzigiorgio on the year, batting .276, 11 runs driven in.
That's what he did.
Flies one to center, very playable, and this should end the inning, and it will. So the Warriors strand a couple, and the Eagles continue to get out of any kind of turmoil very quickly. What a masterful job by Hall today. We go to the 7th. Welcome back to Harwell Field on Warrior All Access. My name is Chad Bush. His name is Jay Alexander, former Wayne State head baseball coach, former Wayne State player. Jay had a fine career and then went on and had an even better coaching career here. And we're glad to have him in the booth today.
Yeah, it's glad to be here, man. It's an exciting time for me and get out to talk baseball.
We appreciate Erica Wallace, the fine athletic director of Wayne State, doing a great job in her first season and allowing us to help out here on Warrior All Access.
Absolutely. She stepped in at a real trying time and just moved everything forward. So she's been doing a great job. So excited to be a part of it.
You bet. Also thanks to Jeff Weiss, Associate Athletic Director, the legend, Media Relations Director, and nobody better, Jeff Weiss.
And his dad played in the senior men's baseball league all up into his 70s.
Is that right?
Yeah, he used to come to the games and talk always like, yeah, I'm leaving right away. He announced the Bowling Green games.
Is that right?
Yeah, then went on to play right after.
I love it. This is a new pitcher, Cam Rosen, and Rosen comes in and mows down the first dude he faces.
Yeah, he hasn't had very many innings, 4.5 ERA, 5 appearances with 4 innings pitched with 3 strikeouts. Now make that number 4.
And you said earlier, sometimes the young guys don't know what they are doing as far as how big of a moment can be. He just got their top hitter.
He sure did, and got the next hitter.
And he got the next hitter on a quick swing. So 2 and 3 hitters for the Ashland Eagles that have combined today for 3 hits. Or excuse me, 4 hits.
4 hits, yeah.
Are retired in order. So 2 quick outs. No time to rest, though, right? This is where a young guy might relax.
Absolutely. You want to be real focused right now. Think that there's no outs right now and go right after this guy.
And this is the left-handed hitter, Peltz.
Yeah. And again, you want to win strike 1. You got to get ahead. Right? You can't try to do anything extra. It's not over. It's just starting. Because 2-out hits are the worst.
Ben Peltz fouls one out of play. 2 outs, nobody on, 2-0 Ashland, and a 1-1 count. This is the reliever who has come in, the freshman Cam Rosen, making his 6th appearance. This is just his 5th inning of work in his young career.
It's a good slide piece right there.
Sure was.
Broke right in on his hands. It's a good job.
Rosen is built how a pitcher should.
Yes,
6'4", 190. Out of Dexter.
Just wait till he gets it all together.
Yeah. Just a young kid.
But I like it. Come right in. Here you go.
Yeah, it's a veteran team, but they do sprinkle in a few fresh faces, and we've seen a couple of them. There's a fly ball center, hit hard, hit deep, but hit right at the center fielder for Wayne State, Mr. Foley. That'll end the inning. Uno, dos, and almost trace. And that'll retire the side. Stand up. It's the 7th inning in Detroit. We go to the bottom half of the 7th. Here come the Warriors on a comeback attack. This is Warrior All Access.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. I decided I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it.
Noah Miller to lead things off for Wayne State. stand up, stretch out, and now it's time for the Warriors to get some runs.
Yeah, very badly. Need to become more patient. And again, be willing to hit with 2 strikes and look to go the other way with a guy like this. This is soft throwing thumber, as we called it back in the day.
Matt Hall, the sophomore from Indianapolis, putting on a show this afternoon in Detroit. And he's got a 2-1 count right now, entering the 7th. He's gone 6 innings, thrown 92 pitches, and he has given up just 3 hits, no runs, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. This was a guy that came in with an ERA at 7.5. There's a line shot to left, and that is down the line, and that's trouble. Extra bases for Miller. Over to grab it in the corner is Sanders, not in time. Leadoff double for Noah Miller.
It's a great time, taking him deeper in the count, getting a pitch that he can drive, and he did that. That's exactly the point I'm trying to make, right? We really have to be patient and take what they give us, and don't try to do too much, and get our big guys up there.
Miller with a missile down the line to get things started. And that'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Zimmerman. But not before a mound visit by the assistant coach. By the way, John Shaley is in his 26th season for Ashland.
Yeah.
And he's got some pedigree behind him as well. His father, Jay, you were mentioning off air, was also a baseball coach, and a successful one.
Absolutely legend. He was coached for 40 years at Marietta College, won college for 40 years, and over 1,400 career wins. Coach of the century by collegiate baseball in the ABCA Hall of Fame. And one day it was raining, and he was there, and I think it was my first year as head coach. And we were at Ashland. And it's raining, and I go in there, and he walked up to me. He was smoking. You could do all kind of crazy stuff back then.
Jim
Smoking.
Leland?
Yeah, and he looked at me. He was like, "Oh, son, you're going to be good. I've been watching you." He says, "Don't worry about this ass kicking. There'll be many more."
Oh boy, smoking and spoken like a true champion.
That's it.
Oh boy, that's great.
But he always had great things to say every time we went there. So loved him, man. He was a great individual.
And his sons made him proud, no doubt. Here comes Zimmerman, who laced one off the green monster and left his last time up. And he's responsible for one of the 4 hits. So a man on second, nobody out. Zimmerman, the number 8 hitter, up. The catcher with a chance to do some damage.
Yeah, it's a great situation for him to put up something really good for this team.
Foul back. Nearing triple digits in Detroit right now is the pitcher for Ashland. Ashland has gotten more out of Hall than they would have ever expected.
Man, I'm sure he wasn't thinking of getting none of this out of him.
Hall came in with a total of 8 1/3 innings pitched. He might equal that today. Swing and a miss. Down goes Zimmerman. That's a big out for Hall, and that is strikeout.
Number 5, I think it is.
Number 5, you were correct.
Yeah, so see, at this situation right here, man, you at least have to move the runner, right? You give yourself a chance to get on the board.
And there is a pitching change that's going to be made. So here comes John Shaley in his 26th year to make a move. He's got somebody ready down in that bullpen. We'll find out who it is right after this. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Warrior All Access and Wayne State Baseball from Detroit.
I was the kid who would do surgery on my teddy bear and have my sister be my patient, and I would wear the stethoscope and the lab coat. I was that kid. Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Dr. News, who is the head of the biology department, definitely has had a huge impact over the past 2 years I've been in the lab. He took a chance on me and actually gives me the power to actually do things. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades. I've had so many experiences with underprivileged people and just seeing that they want the basic things that people get out of life. And if I can help in any way, that just kind of warms my heart. That's why I want to be a doctor, to serve those who have been dealt a bad hand. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. It was just because I bought into myself, because someone bought into me. I decided I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it.
Well, the Eagles have gone to the pen, and they've found a local source in the left-handed freshman, John Essig. Essig out of Orchard Lake St. Mary's. And Essig, a redshirt freshman, was part of a big-time team at St. Mary's, a nationally ranked team. Back-to-back national champions.
Yeah, he's seen some innings, too, so far. He's 15 innings and 17 strikeouts, so only 9 walks. So he's definitely, 1-0. Definitely seen some innings as a freshman, so he must be a guy that he's going to rely on here.
You bet. He's up against it here, though, as he faces the right-handed hitting. We got a pitch hitter. Now, Mason McGuire. Sorry about that.
Switch hitter.
Yep, number 9 hitter will flip around and hit right against the lefty Essig with a man at second and 1 out, and this one's foul amongst the customers from Ashland.
Good pitch. Inside slider, runs right in on his hands. He couldn't do much with that.
Attack 4-2.
The dog's going to get that. Is that a golden retriever?
It sure looks like it.
That retriever got to that ball. Sign him up. Runner at second is Miller.
Slide piece. Ooh.
The Essig slide piece is a legit pitch, but it misses off the plate and it runs the count full.
Good call. It's a little bit outside. Umpire didn't give up on it. I like to see that. I hate when umpires give 2 feet outside.
McGuire grounds it left side. That's a base hit. Miller's going to round third and hold. A quick fire from left by Sanders, who got to the ball quickly. And the Warriors have runners at the corners and the tying run at first with 1 out. Fine piece of hitting there, partner, for Mr. McGuire.
Yes, he did. Unfortunately, the runner had to hold up because it was looked like it could have been right at the shortstop from his angle.
Yep.
And so he was only able to move up 1 base.
So Miller had a double to start the inning. Zimmerman struck out. Essig came in for Hall. And McGuire with a base hit. So first and third, that's the 5th hit of the game for Wayne State.
I don't know if that's what he is.
Trying to win their 4th in a row before going to Grand Valley this weekend. For a big 4-game set. So first and third, Foley the leadoff man, who has yet to get a hit today, 0 for 3. Big chance here, Jay, for the veteran.
Yeah, no, it is, and he's going to have to really, stay patient. The lefty's facing a lefty with a good slide piece. Got to be committed to going the other way.
326 hitter, and the lefty Essig floats one over for a strike. Beautiful pitch.
Yeah, it was. It was. He really needs to think about going the other way, staying connected, because you're going to pull yourself out of the zone and get disconnected real fast.
Fouled back. The battle continues. Ashland trying to shut down Wayne State. Double play depth up the middle.
Yep. It's going to be real hard to turn double play on Foley here. So all his job is to do is to put the ball in play, get himself a run in.
Lays off. And we're back to a level count at 2-2. Deuce is wild.
The hitter Foley did a good job to get back in the count. All right, now he's got a battle.
Miller at third, McGuire at first. Wayne State yet to score today. Essig trying to hold.
Oh, good pitch right there.
Strike 3 called with a Uncle Charlie curveball on the inside part, and there's 2 outs.
Right there, that's unacceptable. From an older hitter right there, you know, even though it's a good pitch, you got to be looking for it. It's right there. You got to do what you need to do to put that ball in play.
Yep. And John Shaley is out again.
Absolutely.
And he wants to go to the righty. And so Essig has done his job, or at least for the moment. He will be responsible, however, for the runner at first and third. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll tell you all about the Ashland right-hander. The Eagles trying to hold and keep the shutout alive. 2 outs in the 7th. 2 men on. 2-0 Ashland. We're back after this.
I was the kid who would do surgery on my teddy bear and like have my sister be my patient, and I would wear the stethoscope and the lab coat. I was that kid. Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Dr. News, who is the head of the biology department, definitely has had a huge impact over the past 2 years I've been in the lab. He took a chance on me and actually gives me the power to actually do things. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades. I've had so many experiences with underprivileged people and just seeing that they want the basic things that people get out of life. And if I can help in any way, that just kind of warms my heart. That's why I want to be a doctor, to serve those who have been dealt a bad hand. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. It was just because I bought into myself, because someone bought into me. I decided I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it.
So here comes C.J. Morey, the Toronto native, with 2 men on in a high leverage spot for the new reliever, who throws a frisbee slider for strike 1. This is the right-hander. And Jay, tell us about this young man.
Yeah, he has he has 0 ERA. Hasn't really pitched much, 3.1 innings, 4 strikeouts though. So he's coming in there for 1 batter and probably 1 batter only. Because of his style. Again, you facing a really good hitter. He's sidearmer kind of on everything and trying to get some guys to chase here. So we'll see.
And so Austin Hamilton deals, and this one is down low, working against the speedy C.J. Morey, batting .323. He has started all 29 games. 20 runs driven in, a couple of doubles. First and third. And the pitch outside from Austin Hamilton in just his 3rd inning of the year, as Jay mentioned.
Yeah, I can see why you want to bring a guy like that in for this this batter right here. Really aggressive hitter, and you throw him from the side. It's pretty hard to hit. The problem is that he's all over the place.
Outside the zone, he does walk. The base is loaded, so Hamilton walks Maury. And that'll bring up the number 3 hitter in Delanoy. So here comes Hunter Delanoy, graduate 6th-year guy out of Heartland, Michigan. And this is a guy that...
Yeah, I don't foresee him pitching at him.
Big-time numbers, Jay. 373 average, second best on this team, 28 runs driven in.
Yeah.
And he can go deep as well, 4 home runs on the year. And Ashland comes out of the dugout for the 4th time in this inning. It's been a path worn to that mound this inning, and now the whole team will come in conference.
Well, I guess they're not going to make a switch here because it's not Shalley coming out of the dugout. It's the pitching coach, so which is surprising.
Shalley's probably tired. He's been in and out of there 3-4 times today in this inning, not today.
Rightfully so, rightfully so.
Rightfully so. Man.
Yeah, absolutely. Or he's probably going to let him make a change, but I'm surprised that he would let him pitch to him.
This is
because he was nowhere around the plate.
No. First team All-League a year ago. This is a guy that's working on his master's in business. A lot of power, hits for average, hard worker. And he's in a big spot here. Lefty against the righty. Bases loaded. Wayne State down by 2 runs.
This is what they want right now, though.
That's a balk, and so the game's first run by Wayne State will score. Noah Miller in from 3rd. And it's a mistake and a run-scoring balk. And the runners move up 60 feet. 2nd and 3rd now. 2-1 Wayne State.
Yes.
You'll take it how you can get
Absolutely,
it, Jay.
baby. This is how you start the rally.
Great job, Dolly.
That's it.
So here's Delanoy with 2nd and 3rd. The go-ahead run at 2nd. Tying run at 3rd.
Yeah, he's all over the place. He just don't have it. You know, some days you don't have it.
Yeah.
I was totally surprised he's leaving him in right now.
There is activity in the Ashland bullpen. They got a right-hander working. Where's Pat the Stat when you need him? I'll get him more hot dogs, hopefully.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
Hunter Delanoy awaits the Frisbee slider for a strike. That was a little filthy.
That was nasty. And you can see why that he would put him in and face the right-handed hitter.
Yeah. Delanoy, 373 hitter. He's found the fence 4 times to lead this club. And he won't need to swing perhaps in this at-bat with the control issues right now by Austin Hamilton.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Unless it's right down the middle to play something straight, I'm taking all the way here.
Austin Hamilton's from East Canton, Ohio. Will be in Canton, Ohio tomorrow. We will be. Warrior All Access will not. But Warrior All Access will be back with you soon.
Yes,
Don't
they
you
will.
worry. So, 2nd and 3rd, a run in. And Wayne State threatening to tie or take the lead. The 3-1. Will he challenge? Competitive pitch on the outside corner. Called a strike.
Wow.
By Chad Logan.
I'm surprised he made that pitch.
Yeah.
Good for him, young man.
Come on, Dolly.
Ooh, that was a good pitch to hit right there, too, Chad. He got away with one.
Yep.
It's a good swing, though. Good swing, good pitch. Let's do it again.
Steve Domzowski, the longtime athletic trainer for Wayne State baseball, down the line. Good to talk to him before the ball game.
A legend, too.
Yep. Fouled back. I know he was on your staff.
Yes, he was. He was on my staff with Team USA, too.
Is that right?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
He's one of the most respected trainers in the country.
I can certainly agree with that. I mean, he's done some great things here and well trusted. His son's a senior at Grosse Pointe South. 2-1 pitch. Popped up left field shallow. This is trouble. In comes Sanders. Makes the catch on a slide on the natural turf.
Wow, Chad. What an opportunity.
The Warriors get one on a balk, but a rob job and left thanks to Sanders' hustle, slide, and steal. So Wayne State cuts the lead in half. We go to the top of the 8th, 2-1 Ashland, and that will bring up Jeremiah Cangelosi, the shortstop, the sophomore, who in this game already today has a hit and an RBI. 2-1 Ashland on top. New pitcher on in relief for Wayne State. And this pitcher is the right-hander, and his name is Chad Summers. He wears number 39. And Jay, tell us all about Mr. Summers.
Yeah, he's got a 2.61 ERA with 10 innings pitched with 9 strikeouts and a 194 batting average against. So he's a kid that looks like he controls the strike zone very well, and probably somebody that he's gonna Coach Kelly's gonna rely on here in the future, if not now.
Ryan Kelly saying yesterday that he's a closer type guy. We don't have an exact closer, as that one's whistled against the fence,
He
but
is.
is a guy that can close. He has. And got a fastball, mid-80s, 85 to 87. Got a split finger pitch. He's also got in his repertoire. Righty against righty. And that one he wanted badly, but it's going to level the count at 2-2.
Yeah, he's going to, he looks like he throws a lot harder. He got a little deception here in his delivery. It makes it a little bit harder to pick up.
Cangelosi skies one to right. This one fairly deep and fairly wide. And the right fielder, Delanoy, won't get to it.
You know, I was going to say, too, just because of the wind and the way the ball is carrying a little bit, he really didn't even hit that one. And that was on a track out foul.
That's kind of that area you want to avoid, right? Do you stay away from the outside part of the plate due to that? Or is it just you got to be careful?
Yeah. Well, right now you just got to pitch, so you can worry about all that other stuff later.
The 2-2 by Chad Summers is fouled back. Summers spelled Sommers, 6'1", 180, a fifth-year senior out of Jonesville, Michigan, and he got to Detroit by way of Kellogg Community College. Slice job to left. That's going to be cut off in the gap. It'll be a long single for Cangelosi. And for Cangelosi, that's his second hit of the day. And it's a leadoff single for Ashland, who leads by 1.
Yeah, here's a good time for, Sanders up here. He hadn't done nothing all day. If I know Shalley, he might make him sacrifice bunt here.
He is 0 for 3. Has left a few runners on and struck out once. Summers. And, yep, he did show the bunt. You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's, you look at the numbers and look how they swings. They don't make adjustments. You make adjustments for them.
Yep, that's it. 9 hits, but just 2 runs for Ashland. They have left 8 runners on in this game. So has Wayne State.
He's the fastest moving married man I've ever seen. Yes.
Bunts to
Atta boy,
third
Mason.
and does sacrifice, advancing the runner Cangelosi to second. So Sanders gets it done. Here comes Franks, who has had quite a day, 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles.
Yeah, no, if we're doing a good job here, you pitch around this kid, base open, and you want to make sure you don't give him nothing to deposit to the on the Lodge Freeway here. So it's going to be very, very important on how we pitch this kid right here, especially with a righty coming up next, set up the double play.
Wayne State is riding without their starting outfielder going into the year, Jacoby Dale, who was injured in the fall, separated shoulder. There's a fly ball right field. This one's deep, back, and gone. Home run to right, and that is a home run for Franks, his 3rd hit of the day, and Ashland has moved ahead 4-1.
Yeah, Chad, that's exactly what I was talking about right there, what you don't want to do, right? You want to pitch around that kid right there and get yourself up to the right-handed hitter. That's why it's very, very difficult to, to not follow that play.
Yeah, no, it is, and,
Yeah.
and that's a home run. That's the 4th of the year for Franks, who now ties for the team lead, and that's a big shot. Bunt, Sommers off the mound and throws a low strike to first for the out, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. But the big 2-run blow right now, the story after Wayne State came back and cut it to a 1-run game.
Yeah, and let's just look at all the opportunities that we've had that we grounded away, right? No 2-out hits, not being patient early in the game with a thumber out there. Those are things that come back to haunt you. Pitching to the guy and right in that situation when he's one of their best hitters.
Yep.
Or leaving something over the plate. I know that wasn't designed.
Sure. Yeah.
But he did.
Wind continues to blow out to right and right center, right where that home run went. Although taking nothing away from Franks, I think that one might have been gone in a lot of parks.
Yeah, it was pretty deep.
So this is the 9-hitter Overholt, and he looks at an off-speed pitch too tall.
That's a close pitch to take there. 2-0. I think I'd have been.
Yeah.
I think I'd have broke my back swinging at that one.
That one's upstairs.
This is what you can't do, right? As a pitcher, you got to have a short memory. You got to come right back and win strike 1. Getting deep in the count here, you're putting the defense on the heels of their feet, and now you don't expect them to make a play for you.
See what they do here. Fouled back. This program has climbed to new heights, coming off a season last year that Wayne State won a program record 37 games.
Wow, it's incredible.
And they did lose in the regionals. It's hard to get out of a regional.
It really is.
And at any level, but it just seems like this is a really tough region, and these two teams are in the same region.
Yes, they are.
Wayne State did beat Ashland the last time they met in that regional a year ago. Swing and a miss, inning over. But Sommers does give up a 2-run job to right, and Ashland has blossomed that lead back to 3 runs. 6 outs to work with. Warriors down 3 coming up. There he is. That's Ryan Kelly, the guy they call RK, and a guy that spent 6 years under the man to my left. Jay Alexander is an assistant in his 15th year now, and that's the all-time leader in wins. How proud are you of Ryan Kelly?
I'm extremely proud, man. He's took what I've done and just made it like I wasn't even here, like I said before. So very, very happy with the job that he's been doing and the job he continues to do.
Yep. And off to a fast start this year. Right now down by 3. A non-league affair. This is the top hitter right now for Wayne State. Rudy Ramirez coming off a week where he hit over 500. And he's batting .368 on the year, 2 home runs, 31 runs driven in. And he's got a new pitcher he's facing. Swing and a miss. 2 hits today for Ramirez. Who's he facing now?
He's facing Zach Common right now, and he's 6.17 ERA with 3 saves. So he's a guy that Shalley relies on a lot.
And Ramirez put it right back where he found it, right up the gut, and laces that Common fastball into center, where it's handled by Miller. So a leadoff single. That's the way you want to start an inning.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's start the rally off. Let's be patient just like he was, and continue to do what we do best, and that's swing the bat.
Yes,
now
sir.
We got a guy that can throw a little bit, so let's go.
So Tandre's now the left-handed hitter, steps up and looks at that turf ball. Overholt with a fine day behind home plate.
Yes, he has.
Tandre's. Legendary player here. You mentioned his father. What kind of player was his old man? You said you played.
Yeah, he was a pitcher back then, and was very, very dominant on the mound. Old school, chewing tobacco, spit on you, stare you right down, and give it right to you.
That's great. Tandre's is another guy that took advantage of that 6th year.
Yeah.
Guy that can really smoke it. Outside corner strike called. Ryan Kelly says this is a guy, he'll challenge other guys and lead guys and push them in the weight room and just does those little things that you just can't do as a coach and translate and communicate.
Yeah, absolutely.
At that level.
Absolutely. Good change up there. You can see why this kid has a lot of strikes out. Same arm action as the fastball and just, pulling the string.
Modest lead for Ramirez at first. That one's driven deep, but that is foul.
He hung that change up that time.
He did.
Little left, Andrews, little left.
Almost put it out of the lodge.
Damn, dude. That's
Count moves full, 3-2. Wayne State down by 3. Bottom of the 8th.
I know it's not a time to be aggressive here, Chad, but I think I'm running here with 3-2 with a good hitter up.
Fouled back, wasn't running there, but I like your thought.
Yeah, we haven't done nothing all day.
Yeah, get something moving.
Happen.
I'm with you on that. I've seen you pull that move before and it worked many a times, more times than not. The top hitter in the lineup draws a walk. Tandre's draws the base on balls, just his 11th of the year. And so first and second, nobody out. And the tying run to the plate in the name of Tony Hatzigiorgio, the freshman from Oxford. After this, Ashland will play this weekend at Walsh, which is in Canton. So that'll be a great Midwest Athletic Conference affair.
Good pitch on the outside part of the plate there. Good fastball. But this is what we came to see. This is what Wayne State's good at. They're hitting. So here we go.
That's right. Wayne State will come down to Ashland on the 18th. When is that? Oh, a week from today. They'll play in Ashland and do this thing again. There's a pitch down low, and Hatzigiorgio's doing what a freshman should.
Absolutely.
And a guy in this situation watching some pitches.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely right. So he's listening, right? You can still get him to listen because he's a freshman.
That's right. 11 RBIs. Fouls one off here. That'll move the count to 1-2. And a fan from Woodhaven will take it home.
I still think the one.
This is college. We need they collect those balls back.
Oh, okay.
They don't have the budget here.
D2, they
D2, yeah.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
Someone said it went really all the way to the highway. That is so.
Nobody out. Tying run to the plate. Hatsa Giorgio. And a 1-2 count. Line drive, left field base hit. Bases are loaded. They will hold the runner at third. Rudy Ramirez. And the go-ahead run is coming to the plate with nobody out in the bottom of the eighth.
Yes, that's right. Nice, very nice. But I'll tell you, story with those baseballs. Back in the day, Coach Roger George, the press box named after us, he was scheduled at University of Michigan, and so we can steal their baseballs. So we all
So
had
you
to
go to
have,
Ann Arbor and
that's
everybody
it,
hawks some
that's
balls.
It. So we had to have 5 balls in our bag, a bag each.
That is amazing. God bless Raj. Oh, boy. Noah Miller out of Grosse Pointe University Liggett. Team that he was a part of, got to the state championship game 3 times and won a state title. Dan Cimini doing a great job with that program.
Yes,
Bases are loaded here, partner. What do you do as a hitter? 2-0 the count.
You got to get a special pitch. That's it. If not, you take it. Like, see right there, he tried to do too much with that pitch, man. We want to stay middle, stay connected. He's disconnected, body's pulling out. You're not going to hit that, and that's a good pitch to hit. Quit trying to do too much.
Miller against Zach Common with a bases loaded swing and a miss, 2-2.
And he took that pitch earlier for a ball, but then he swung at that one, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to do too much, man. We just need a base hit.
Right. Runner's edge off. Full count, nobody out, bases loaded, down by 3. Noah Miller with a big at bat.
Yeah, and that's his best pitch right there. He's done that for a strike every day, but now it's tighter, right? You hold it tighter. It's the game's on the line here.
Swing and a miss, got him on strike. Zach Common, the junior from Ravenna, Ohio, with a big strikeout.
That's a bad strikeout too, Chad, right there. Your job at that player is putting the ball in play. Again, another high pitch, right? Leave it alone. It's not you. You haven't hit a high pitch yet all day.
We're going to get a pinch hitter here, and it's Kyle Ray, the catcher, the redshirt junior left-handed hitter out of Woodhaven, Michigan, who will come on and hit for Zimmerman. So Zimmerman has been lifted, and Ray enters the ball game in a big spot.
Big spot.
With a tying run at first, the go-ahead run at the plate, trailing by 2-3 to Ashland. Both these teams share the region. They're destined to see each other again.
Absolutely.
Wayne State and Ashland are on a collision course every year, are they not?
I know they are. They are. Well, the best got to play the best, right?
Mm-hmm.
Iron sharpens iron.
That's it. Wayne State, number 8 in the country this week by collegiate baseball, number 12 by National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association, number 17 by Perfect Game.
And 2 in the region.
2 in the region, and Ashland's what in the region? 6th. And there's 8 that make it to the regional?
Yes. Arguably, Ashland should be higher than that. Real good team, real good program.
And they just may if they win this game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big win for them.
Ramirez at third.
See, it's a tough situation for a young guy, especially the pitcher right now. See, he's threw a really good changeup before. Now he's babying it, trying to guide it over there. The first couple changeups were good arm speed. Finished out front for strikes. There it is again. He got it.
Pulled the string. Ashland trying to win their 5th straight game. Wayne State trying to win their 4th. Have to come from behind. Common against the pinch hitter, Kyle Ray. Good eye there for the Woodhaven native. Full count again.
Man, I'm thinking if I'm this kid on the mound, my bread and butter pitches that changeup, this kid would not expect it.
Right. Ray has driven in 4 on the year. One swing of the bat, he could answer that. Fouls it back. But like you said, a base hit is enough at this point.
That's it.
A walk would even be nice.
Absolutely.
Looming in that on-deck circle is the number 9 hitter, McGuire. A pop-up to third, and that's the second out of the inning. A saw-off job and a fine pitch by Zach Common to get out number 2.
That was a slider there, too, Chad, right there. That's a tough pitch on 3-2.
Sure was. In on the hands. And we get a look here. So that'll bring up McGuire.
That was a gutsy pitch right there, buddy.
Sure was.
Look at that, coming under changeup. What these guys expecting? He's led every left-handed hitter off with a changeup thus far.
That's a good observation. Hall started and threw 99 pitches.
Yeah, another changeup. Good job. Picked that one up. But he also, too, dude, if you can watch him when he throws his changeup, you know he's got good arm action. He's really supernating it, like right with his hand, and you could see his hand kind of open up a little bit.
Yeah. You smart baseball guys see that. I don't ever see things like that. How come I don't ever see things like that?
I don't know.
Swing and a miss.
He ain't getting that pitch back.
McGuire's been on base twice, had a base hit and had a walk.
That was his one fastball that guy. He's stingy, let me tell you.
Bases loaded situation here. And a shot right back to Common's glove for out number 3. Oh, it was 2 runs and another rob job, this time up the gut. And the Eagles get out of the inning. Warriors strand 3 to the 9th we go. The road team +3.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. I decided I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it.
Caden Stively is on in relief for Wayne State. Out of Romeo, a left-hander, and Jay will tell you more about Mr. Stively.
Yeah, he's got a 5.79 ERA with 23 in his pitch and 16 strikeouts and only 5 walks, so 290 average against. Look like he's a strike thrower.
All right, he will face the left-handed hitting Ashland Eagle, who will lead things off. And this is Cam Miller, who's pinch hitting. And he grounds one to second. Miller will hustle, throw to first, and there's quickly one out in the Ashland ninth.
See, that's what you see here in the college game that you don't see in a pro game, right? Everybody's running that out. That's a pro guy. He barely makes it to first base. So I love it because it's still a play that needs to be made.
I do too. I think that's a key characteristic.
Good pitch, too. In on his hands. Tied him up real well. As we would say, he opened his door. cooked your own meal at his house. We say a little different than that. But
Yeah, well, that's the Eagle All, or excuse me, the Warrior All Access
that's it.
translation. So here comes Schroeder. This is their best hitter.
Yep, 2 for 4 on the day, 2 doubles. Really swung the bat very well, oppo and pull. So definitely has an idea of being a good hitter.
Got to be careful here. Can run a little bit. So on in relief is Caden Stively, and he has dished up a leadoff walk.
That's exactly what you don't want.
Yeah.
A 1-out walk. So.
And looks like we're going to make another move. And I believe it has to do with the base runner, perhaps.
No, I think the hitter, new hitter number 8.
Same guy. That's
Is
Witt.
it? Oh, it is Witt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
Number 8, Sam Witt.
Why is that? That's
Did he? I didn't see a guy go.
no. That's you're right. That's Witt. That's no change.
Yeah, no, it's
Same
not.
guy. In
Yeah.
fact, he's got a couple hits. Unless there's another Sam Witt in the 4-hole. But John Chaley came down and made a move.
Yeah,
But
so
what was
no.
the move?
He might have asked him a question. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, fair enough. We move on.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have a phantom move, I guess. Swing and a miss.
Ah, boy, good pitch.
Did you ever do things to just delay? Like there was no purpose other than just to eat time up?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's one of those just chess pieces. You know, when you're playing a game and trying to give your player some time to take a deep breath or what have you.
There's a fly ball to left, high and shallow, manageable, and it's grabbed by Ramirez in left. So 1 on, 1 out. And that will bring up Ben Peltz.
The DH number 17, Ben
Peltz can put it out of the park. He's got 4 long balls on the year. He's their top RBI man with 33 on the year. So you got to be careful with him. Lefty on lefty matchup, and it's a fastball that's firm on the outside corner.
Yeah, just stay away from him. Just let him get himself out. Stay away. Don't bring anything inside. You don't want to risk anything at this point, juncture in the game.
Is that a fastball? Right?
Peltz, a sophomore out of Lake in the Hills, Illinois, by way of McHenry County College.
Yeah, a lot of times we give hitters too much credit, and most hitters get themselves out anyway.
No way it's fastball and slider are flowing. Okay, then that makes sense. Okay, then that
And
makes
so the idea is throw strikes, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. The Warriors are in double play depth up the middle.
sense.
Yeah, especially with Peltz. We really haven't had any good swings all day. You know, right now, I'm throwing him a curveball that starts in the middle part of the plate and break away from him. Lefty on lefty matchup. You got 2 strikes on him. 2-2. Make him chase something.
Yeah.
Double play, good double play candidate as well.
We'll see what they come back with. There goes the runner, and that gets away
It's a new catcher.
from the new catcher, Ray, who came on to pinch hit for Zimmerman last inning. And the runner gets down to second, and that's noteworthy because he's now in scoring position. Full count, 2 outs,
Yeah, 2 outs.
top of the 9th. Outfielders come in a bit. Can't come in much closer and left.
Actually, maybe I will. I'm not sure.
So that's a walk. And here comes Cangelosi, the shortstop.
Stop number 26, Jeremiah Cangelosi.
You know, Cangelosi's a real good baseball name out of Chicago. I wonder if he's any relation.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Oh my gosh. Why? There's no.
So we're going to have a conference at the mound. By the way, our cameraman, one of our fine ace cameramen, Kyle Buchanan, at News in between innings, at his gym coach, or his gym teacher, they call them teachers, gym teacher, happens to be the home plate umpire today, Chad Logan.
Yeah, Chad Logan. Chad was a teacher in Fenton.
Yeah, well, he taught our cameraman, and I don't think he taught him how to be a great cameraman, but he taught him how to get the right physical fitness.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And Kyle is a lean, mean machine. And so the home plate umpire, Chad Logan, was the guy that trained him into the kind of athlete he is today. So how about that? Everybody's got ties to this home plate umpire. I'm sure we can get some stories there. I wonder how many down-ups. We're going to get some stories about Kyle Buchanan as well. We're going to find out how many pull-ups, how many sit-ups, how many push-ups.
That's it.
Now, Kyle's dad's an old ball coach, the great Don Buchanan, offensive coordinator at Orchard Lake St. Mary's for football. First and second.
Yeah. So he started off with a good pitch. Sometimes mound pitches are great. Sometimes they're not so great. But again, you just wanted to settle them down. He came away right away with a first pitch slider for a strike. And so let's see if it can pay off. 2 outs.
This is Stively from Romeo. He was a Bulldog in high school. Can he be a Bulldog here in the 9th?
Good changeup.
That was a fine pitch.
That's a good changeup. Really good pitch.
2 strikes. A dandy. Also a fine stop. By the catcher who came in, Kyle Ray. 2 men on, 2 men out, 3-run lead for Ashland. Got him on strikes. Ray will complete the strikeout with a flip down to first, and here come the Warriors looking for the rally of the year. Down by 3. We go to the 9th. Come on back. This is Warrior All Access.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
Well, here come the Warriors of the 9th. They got some work to do, but they've got the lineup to do it. And 1, 2, and 3, top of the lineup. Here's Foley to lead things off. And he awaits the pitch. And this is quick couple of pitches here, Jay, for strikes.
It has been. So, and Foley's had a tough day at the plate today. 0 for 4 with strikeout, but really uncompetitive at bats for the most part. So it's an opportunity for him to be a leadoff man.
Yep. Co-captain.
Tough pitch to take.
Yeah, it is. Guy that runs very well, good defender. Guy that Ryan Kelly said was under-recruited. I saw him at the state championship game. His team won the title. And slow start. That's going to drop in for a base hit, and that's going to be taken advantage of.
Great base run.
By a 2-base hit. Foley never stopped running. The play was in front of him. So a leadoff double for Foley. And that's the kind of smarts that he brings to the team.
Absolutely, and that's the veteran in him. It's you turn 1 into 2 every time. That's outstanding. You can't teach that. You try, but only certain guys can get it.
Sanders sort of misread it. It's turned into a gray sky. The wind, though, is still whipping. There's a bunt back to the mound. And that is a wild throw that did get and record the out. That was to the home plate side and a dangerous location.
He was trying to bunt it down the line. That's why I called it foul or fair. You got to be down the line. Got to be down the line. I understand it, but you have to be down the line.
And you're bunting there to get a base hit.
No, that wasn't no sacrifice at all.
So, a man on, a man out. Wayne State down by 3, looking to make a comeback. Here's Delanoy.
That was a good idea, though, Chad. It was, it just, you really got to get it foul, though. It's just, but I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But that's why we really work on it. I work on it with my 11U team. That's all we do is bunt.
Yeah. I bet. Hey, it's a strategy that's proven to win games.
That's it.
It's all about the timing and the execution, right?
Yeah. Well, 11U, they can't really feel the ball consistently anyway. So
that makes sense.
That's it. So just put
that's
it down
wise.
and play.
Okay.
We don't strike out a lot. I don't want to strike out a lot.
Got to keep those numbers up and balanced.
That's it.
Delanoy fouls back, and Wayne State down to their final 2 outs, down by 3. Ashland has been in the lead the whole way. They got 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. Wayne State would battle back and score a run in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, it just never really looked good at the plate all day. The pitchers have done a good job of keeping them off balance.
Ground ball base hit. That's going to score a run. It's a 1-out RBI single, and the Warriors will bring the tying run to the plate with 1 out in the 9th. RBI single and a fine piece of hitting by Hunter Delanoy.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Using middle of the diamond, stay connected, stay close as long as you can, and everything positive happens in the middle of the diamond.
So Foley scores. The lead is cut in half. Zach Common gives up his first run. His pitch count up to 43 pitches already in just an inning and a 3rd. Popped up. Ramirez, second base. And that is out number 2.
Yep. Well, trying to do too much, That uppercut swing, I hate that launch angle crap. It drives me nuts. I'd rather hit a ball in the gap because if you hit it right, it's going to go anyway.
Well, it leaves it up to the top hitter in Ryan Kelly's lineup and Chris Tandries. 390 hitter and a guy that's found the seats 3 times. And he has 39 RBIs. One swing of the bat ties it.
Absolutely. Great situation for this young man to show his maturity.
Yep.
See that? Gone.
Swing to right, high and deep, and this game is tied. A 2-run shot with 2 outs in the 9th. How about it? Tandries has done it all this year, and he continues to lead this club. Wow.
Wow. What a great swing right away. First pitch, fastball, jump right on it. Maturity.
That is winning baseball, and that is what Tandries came back for, and he knew it all along.
Yeah.
Tied at 4. The Warriors just hanging around enough and didn't have a key hit all day. And just like that, Tandries picks up the team right where he left off.
Maturity, man, right? There's an opportunity for him because the game is slow right now, right? To these freshmen guys, the game speeds up. To these older guys, it's just another at bat.
How about it?
Yeah.
Chopper to 3rd. The throw across the diamond in time, and we've got free baseball coming up. Alex Westfall asked for it, and he got it. Let's go to the 10th. Tandries with a tater to tie it in the D.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community, and to get good grades. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. I decided I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it.
Welcome back to Harwell Field. And there's the man, Chris Tandries, a legendary player here. His father played at Wayne State. A 2-out home run to right to tie it. Wayne State entered trailing 4-1, and a 3-run bottom of the ninth has them going to extras. So, on the mound for Wayne State is a new pitcher, Ryan Caroldren. Ryan Caroldren, a 6'2", 200-pound, fifth-year senior out of Yale, Michigan. And he got to Wayne State by way of St. Clair County Community College. And the righty deals, and he pounds one into the ground. And Ian Sanders is out number 1 in the top of the 10th. So that's the maturity, that's the experience, and a team that can handle adversity, something Ryan Kelly in his 15th year very proud of. And this club demonstrating that with a 3-run rally in the ninth to send it to extras. So Sanders is out, Caroldren is on for Stively, and here we go. This is the number 7 hitter, Franks, the right fielder.
Yeah, outstanding. Great venue.
Sure is. What a day to have this kind of a game. Battle between two regional rivals. Now this guy you got to be careful with. Franks is having a day. 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 runs driven in, and a stolen base.
Yep.
These are the kind of games you show your grandchildren.
Absolutely.
And he's in the midst of one now.
Yeah, it is, and so you got to be careful how you pitch them, but you don't want to walk them. So you know, you stay on the outside part of the plate.
The 2-1 is a sharp slider. Did he go? No. Chad Logan deferred
To Jim.
Jim Messing.
I think it's Mulick.
Mulick, that's
Yeah.
right.
He's been around since I've been.
Don't you send him Christmas cards still?
Yeah, he actually thrown me out 2 games.
You haven't forgotten either one. Pop up the short, handled easily by the smooth backpedaling of the Toronto native Maury. And so there's 2 outs. What did he throw you out for?
Because he couldn't see.
He couldn't see or you couldn't hear.
I was arguing a catch to the outfield, and he was saying that it wasn't. I said that it was. It was on separation, so that was one thing, and I couldn't let it go.
Oh, was this at Wayne or was it at Eastern?
This was at Wayne, and
Okay.
then he threw me out as a player.
Yeah, you don't forget the games you got tossed from.
Nope. I was a hothead early in my career, so.
Yeah, what happened to you?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Oh,
I had to
boy.
learn.
Yeah.
I had to learn I wanted to stay around the game a little bit and stay in the game.
Yeah, you've done that and done it well.
ADs don't like you getting tossed for whatever reason.
I can't understand that. Ground ball to right, that's a base hit. It's a 1-out base, excuse me, a 2-out base hit. And that keeps the line moving, and that's off the bat of the number 8 hitter, Hugh Kill.
Right catcher number 2, Colin Overholt.
Here comes Overholt, who's officially today has had just 1 at bat, and it was an RBI, and it was a walk. Okay. Hugh Kill can run a bit. And with 2 outs in the 10th.
Ooh, he was looking to go.
Yeah. Now, they have not changed the ruling in collegiate baseball like they have in pro baseball for extra innings.
Oh, no, they have not.
What do you think about that? Do you think it'll ever happen?
we normally adopt what they do in the pros, but I don't think here in the college game because it's not a matter of time limit, right? They've already doing the pitch clocks. Maybe Division II, Division III if they think it's going long, but in Division I they have the timers, so it won't happen there.
Makes sense. His name is Jay Alexander. My name is Chad Bush. Jay's the former head coach here at Wayne State, former player at Wayne State. And he is also the former head coach at Eastern Michigan, where he led the Eagles to great heights, some of their best seasons in modern times. 4 runs, 11 hits for the Eagles of Ashland. 4 runs, 10 hits for Wayne State, who had a 3-run ninth, thanks to a 2-run shot from Tandries to take this thing to extras.
Absolutely.
Now, Wayne State wants to stick around in this game. There's 2 outs, but back-to-back walks now, partner.
I think he has to do a better job of keeping his head. He had some calls that didn't go his way and got a little rattled, and he's staring at the umpire. That does anybody no good.
Right.
So, you know, he needs to take a deep breath and get back at it.
This is Ryan Carolden.
See that? Yeah, Chad's not calling that anymore for whatever reason. So it's tough right now for him. So he's going to have to really settle in. I know Arcade's probably screaming at Chad right now, but I know him very well.
Inside corner, and not appreciated by the Ashland Eagles, but Miller will take it. He's looking for his first hit today in 5 tries. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, 10th inning. 1 and 2 we remain.
Here you want to get something you can tie him up here, so you can at least, you know, don't give him nothing out over the plate. It's tough. He's one of their better hitters, even though he's not had a good day at all.
That's what you would say a guy is due. And that one was fouled back. So the games continue.
Right.
Miller, go ahead, partner.
And he's looking for something out over the plate here, and he's busted man the last couple of times, and he has not had good swings. So I would stay in that inside part of the plate on him.
Miller batting .361 on the year. That's 3rd best on their team. He's one of just a couple players to start all 31 games for Ashland. Been a staple in their lineup. And he rips one deep to center, back to the track, caught on the run again. A center field that Foley has played masterfully this afternoon. That ends the inning. A threat, but 2 men left on for Ashland. The Warriors will try to win it in the bottom of the 10th right after this. Come on back, won't you? This is Warrior All Access.
There's no numbers on them.
So here come the Warriors at the bottom of the 10th to try to win things. Had to get 3 in the 9th to get to the extra frames and had to get out of the top of the 10th. Nothing's been easy for this Warrior team that's had a fabulous season. 24-4, 12-1 in conference. And there is a new pitcher, and he's a guy we've seen all day.
Yeah.
Mr. Franks goes from the field to the mound, from right field to the mound. And Jay, what's he done on the year?
It doesn't say.
Oh, boy, he's not on there. Okay.
So
Sorry for that.
Yeah, I'm assuming that he has pitched, though, or at least somebody that Coach Shalley has toyed with.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's not his first rodeo.
Well, it might be this year. We shall see. Did he go? No, he did not. No, you're right. He is not showing as any appearances on the mound. You're right.
Yeah.
So this is his first appearance of the year. We will trust that. Chris Franks, redshirt freshman out of Worcester, Ohio. And he is facing Noah Miller. Miller today, 1 for 3, scored a run, and has a hit. Here comes the full count offering. Base hit to left field. Just over the glove of Schroeder. And so the Warriors have this thing started right.
Yeah, and you know what? He had a really bad at bat last time, and turns that into a good bat when they needed it. So.
And we'll see what Ryan Kelly does now on the base paths.
No doubt he's bunting.
Obviously, Ashland appears to be out of arms.
Yeah,
They're going to
he's definitely
Franks,
bunting.
don't you think?
Yeah, yeah.
So Kyle Ray, who's coming to catch, is squaring to bunt. And sometimes you don't want guys to bunt that don't know how to. I wouldn't say don't know how to bunt, but maybe not in a position to sacrifice often.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm gonna tell you what, he's down in the batting order. He better know how to bunt.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And I don't know. I'm just saying. Sometimes in a situation like that, sometimes guys familiar with it.
Absolutely.
But if RK trusts him, I trust RK. There's no doubt. Ray pulls it back this time. This game is as even as you can get. 4 runs on 11 hits for both teams.
Yeah, it goes back to what I said earlier. These teams are evenly matched on paper, man. Really good two good programs, and it's going to be good baseball.
Squaring to bunt, Ray gets
Right
it
back to
done.
him. That's
Throw
a
to
bad one.
second, and in time, a fine play by Franks after the firm bunt by Ray.
And I'm going to tell you, Chad, that was a really good pitch for him. It caught the hitter off guard because he was not trying to bunt it back to the pitcher, but it was so inside, and he thought it was going to hit him. And then he just put the bunt down and right back to the pitcher.
Yeah, and Franks fired, and nothing accomplished there. McGuire comes to the plate. McGuire, 1 for 3 today, has been on base twice with a walk.
Go. And that's one of another lost arts, Chad, that I used to teach pretty much. If that ball looks like it's going in the dirt, you're running.
Yeah.
Late secondary because your momentum is taking you.
Right.
He's got to do a lot to pick the ball up, to find it, to throw it, and he's got to catch it and tag.
He's going away from his momentum, and the runner's going towards it. That's a good point. Fouled away. Warriors trying to come all the way from behind. They trailed 2-0.
Absolutely.
They trailed 4-1. And down 3, 2 outs. Excuse me, down 2. 2 outs in the 9th. They get a 2-run shot by Tandries to keep it going. Now they're trying to win it.
Yeah. Well, again, they're showing you why they're the number 12 team in the country. That nothing's going to be easy.
Right.
I mean, they got outplayed the whole entire game until the end.
Yeah.
Right. And so, and not really outplayed. Just didn't make adjustments at the plate. And look at them.
Yep.
They're back in this game with the opportunity to win.
Miller at first. Pitch is low. If you're wondering about Miller's ability to steal bases, well, he hasn't had many attempts, just 1 for 1. His percentage is high, but not a guy that you would think would run. But it's 3-1. It's a hitter's count.
Yeah, and this pitcher's close to a balk the last time. I tell you. So, yeah, he's changing. You can't change your change your motion to deceive the runner. And I know Mueller knows that. So if you don't call it, I'm probably going to get tossed out of this broadcast.
Franks to the set in his 2023 pitching debut. And what a battle we have going on between McGuire and the reliever, Franks.
Yeah, this is what you want right here. Imano. Obviously, Franks is a gamer, right? He's the type of guy you want on the mound because you want him on the field. So look like he's got a really good arm, good pitches for strikes. But you can also tell he hadn't been out there very much.
Ground ball, right side, base hit. 12th of the day for Wayne State. Holding at second with one out is the base runner. And so now, first and second with one out, it flips to the top, and here comes Foley, the center fielder.
Great at bat by McGuire. Didn't do too much. Went the other way with the pitch. 2 strikes. Love it. Now we're starting to see why they're number 12 in the country.
Yep. Second hit for McGuire.
Yeah, they got to make some changes because he's about to pull the guy. About to pull him, but you can't take him out of the game to hit. So.
Well, luckily for Ashland, Franks can play the field. And so Coach John Shaley in his 26th year is about to make some moves. He hopes they're money moves. They will send number 16, that is Cal Johnston, out of the dugout to right field. He's out of Michigan. He went to Grand Ledge and came here by way of Lansing Community College. So Cal Johnston will go to right field.
And I think the right field is going to left, maybe.
Yep, and they are going to bring in the left fielder, Sanders.
Yes.
And now Ryan Kelly wants to add to the work of Chad Logan, and he wants a pinch runner. And so now he'll bring in Kyle Domzalski out of Huntington Woods, Michigan. Cool hometown.
Yes, sir. Home of the zoo.
Yes, sir. Home of the Bushes.
That's right.
Berkeley High School graduate, so he can run a bit. He's the winning run at second now, as they have lifted Noah Miller from this game. And Aaron Hepner, the fine third base coach.
So what they've done at Ashland is they put a better arm in right field to be able to throw the guy out at the plate if possible.
And so, yeah, that's a big move. We'll see if it matters, but. So here we go. Foley to the plate with a clean count, one out, the winning run at second in the name of Kyle Domzalski. This hasn't been Foley's best game at the plate, just 1 of 5.
But he can erase all that with a hit right now.
He can, and it's been a great year for Foley. 326 on the year, 20 runs driven in. He can go deep as well. He does have one jack. But a base hit here, and it's all over.
Good pitch. Come on, where are you going?
Fouled at the, yeah, I think it was a.
He didn't put up his hands.
He did not. It was. I think you need to get. I think you need to have a dinner tonight with Chad Logan.
Absolutely.
And tell him all of his flaws.
That's it, man.
Get him a pop or two before
I know his
that.
boss very well.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. You gotta let him know.
That's it.
No errors in this game. That's a lollipop curveball that just misses inside. So Franks is on in relief. And this is his first appearance on the mound this year. There's a lot of things to think about for a guy making his first pitching in a spot like this.
Right.
I mean, you mentioned a gamer. I mean, yeah, a gamer, and this is a big spot for him. It's a huge spot for Foley as well. And he draws a walk. So, bases loaded, one out, and a chance for C.J. Morey who had that bunt he wanted to take back. He's got a chance to have the game winner.
He sure does. He sure does. But again, it's the number 12 team in the country, so they're always going to have an opportunity to win.
We've seen that winning fabric. Ashland's not going down without several conferences.
Absolutely not.
Brady Cottom is out to talk. Dylan Smith, Mason Huffman is their staff.
Yeah.
And Aaron Hepner is going to call his crew over. What's Hepner telling his crew and cluster over on the third base side right now?
Right now, what he's telling them is that nobody get picked off. Your run means nothing until we score this run. So play it safe. All we need is one run to score to win the game, right? So the last thing you can do is get picked off or doubled up. You know, line drive, stay still, and see it through.
Right on. So we'll see how this follows through. C.J. Morey, the batter, a guy very good in situations. Speedy guy, 5'9", very competitive. And a guy that's been a steady shortstop, singles hitter. Likes to go oppo a little bit, can bunt for a hit. He's the right guy up there with one out.
Tough pitch right there. Wow, that was a big pitch in a game like this. And you walked the hitter.
Franks with a fine, I don't know what that was, a slurve. Jeez, oh Pete's.
Wow.
Where'd that come from?
You just got to tip your hat right there.
Yeah. Bases loaded, Domzalski at third, representing the game-winning run.
That was an even better pitch. That's a pitch where you chase. Normally, bad hitters chase that pitch. But again, we're talking about the number 12 team in the country, so they don't have many bad hitters on their team.
No, they don't. Wayne State with the top three fellows amongst the RBI leaders in the GLIAC. Bases loaded. And whistled down that first baseline. Watch out, you see Kyle Buchanan get out of the way. He learned that from Chad Logan, and that happened all the way back in gym class in Fenton.
That's it.
In the mid-2010s. Yeah. I digress.
Yeah, now that slider piece that comes into play that he throws is pretty nasty, but you got to choke up and fight to put the ball in play here. Ooh, he came with a fastball, though.
He did. 1-2. Bases loaded, nowhere to put this man. C.J. Morey, the shortstop out of Brampton, Ontario, and Mayfield High School.
Yes, good fight. It's another good slider in the inside half. I like where this pitcher's coming from right here. I'm going to tell you what, he's been doing a good job of mixing it up a little bit. Good fight.
Great fight.
But, you know, I love Canadian players, so they tough too, man.
Yeah, I know. You recruited a lot of them.
Like
Ryan
Frank,
LaPonce, amongst others.
Frank
Jenny.
Yeah,
sure.
Frank the Tank, as they called him.
Oh, yeah. In at the corners, chopper to second. Second for one, relay to first,
Safe.
and the Warriors win. Domzalski crosses the plate.
Wow.
And Wayne State, who was down 2 runs in the 9th with 2 outs, comes back to win their 4th in a row in the 10th.
Outstanding, Chad. What a great baseball game. It was very, very clean for the most part. 2 really good competitive teams, and unfortunately somebody had to lose. And my homeboy Shally, rightfully so. No,
Yeah.
no, but great respect for these both programs, man. And oh wow, what a great game today, huh?
Very competitive game. Warriors triumph in the end, 5-4. 3 in the 9th, 1 in the 10th. We'll come back with our G of the game right after this. This is Warrior All Access. Thanks for watching.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
Welcome back to Harwell Field. This one's over. Wayne State wins it 5-4 in 10 innings. And it wasn't always easy. Wayne State never led in this game until the end. They trailed 2-0 after a run in the third by Ashland, a run in the fourth. Wayne State would come back with one run in the seventh, and they would cut it in half. But Ashland would answer right back in the eighth with 2 runs, setting the stage for the comeback in the ninth. And the 2-run shot with 2 outs by Chris Tandries. And Chris Tandries joins us now. He is our G of the game.
Oh, sweet.
If you don't
Thank
mind
you.
putting that lid on.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Yeah, here, let's get that lid on for you. Now, Tandries is quite a story. This is a young man that came back last year. And look, you didn't have to come back, but you come back for moments like this. And this just had to be a great feeling to lead your team in a day where things weren't going just great at the plate. for the team, but you came up big in the ninth. Talk about that home run.
You know, honestly, I really wasn't even trying to do anything too much. You know, the first couple at bats, I felt myself get a little bit out of my rhythm, out of my control.
Show his maturity.
And really just recentered into what I can do.
Swing to right, high and deep, and this game is
our coaches came over and
tied.
said, hey, don't do too much, and you know, let's just pass the sticks
A
along.
two-run shot
There
with
it was.
2 outs
Jack
in the
from Tandries.
ninth.
And look, Chris, I mean, this is something for you.
How about it,
this team this
Tandries
season, maybe things have gone
has
so
done it
easy
all
for you
this
guys
year,
at
and he
times. I mean, how
continues
many
to lead
challenges
this
and
club.
grinds have you had like this throughout the year where you guys really had to have something special in the end?
Yeah,
What a
you know,
great
I don't.
swing
I
right
think
away.
winning comes when you win a lot. I think
First
at
pitch,
times it can become like
fastball,
stagnant.
jump right on
and,
it.
you know, we just have
Maturity.
a constant reminder that winning's tough to do.
That
and we gotta find
is
ways
winning
to win as many
baseball,
games as
and
possible,
that
you know,
is what Tandries
as many
came back
different ways
for,
as
and he
possible.
knew it
You know, each
all
game's not going to be
along.
the same way that you're going to win. You know, if we can keep winning games, that's ultimately our goal. What we want to do every time we get the chance to compete.
Now, you came to Wayne State. Your father played here. How special was it for you to come back to Wayne State, a place that your dad played?
Well,
and
he actually played at Michigan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he
Okay.
played baseball in Michigan.
I
So it's
apologize.
all good.
Your
It's all
dad
good.
played college baseball at
Yep.
Michigan. You following those footsteps of playing college baseball.
Yep.
How special is it to do those kinds of things as well?
You know, I love being with the team, and you know that's the thing that I love most about college baseball is, you know, you get to be with some of your best friends every single day and compete with the guys that you hang out with. You know, at times it seems like 24/7. You know, and I love the guys on our team. You know, they're awesome people, they're awesome baseball players, and they're great teammates. And you know, there's nothing that, you know, I love more than getting the chance to compete with them every single day.
Now, you're a coach yourself
Yeah, I am.
at South Lyon East High School.
Yep, I coach.
We
I coach
called
football.
your game this year.
Yes, yeah, you did against
Wayne's-
Walled Lake
Walled Lake
Western.
Western.
Yeah, I coach quarterbacks over at South Lyon East, and then I coach summer baseball with the Michigan Bulls.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
you're a natural coach on the field. Like, do you find yourself at times like, wait a minute, I'm a player. I got to be a player, and then sometimes I got to be a coach. How do you go back and forth in those roles? What's it like?
I think the biggest thing that I've been able to take into coaching is, like, I know as a player what I love about great coaching, and so I think about those things and what I really love as a player, and that's to try to coach that I try to be, you know, on the field as well.
That's great. What's ahead for this team? I mean, already the best start in program history. You had the program record last year, wins 37.
Yep.
I mean, the expectation is just, look, it's World Series, right? I
Yeah.
mean, it's that kind of a level that this program has been built to.
Yeah, I think that we know what we're capable of doing on the field, and again, it's just like we got to get 1% better every single day. You know, not having any, you know, when adversity comes, we got to find a way to get 1% better that day, and that's all we're trying to work towards is 1% each day. You know, no matter what's going on.
You're such a coach.
I'm trying to be a player right now.
You're a
so-
player. You are a player, my friend. How about it? A
Sweet.
two-run
Thank you.
shot, 2 outs in the ninth to
Yes,
get
sir.
Wayne State to the 10th, to live to see another day and live to see another win, and win number 25 on the year for Wayne State baseball. Hey, congratulations. Thanks for being our G of the game,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
and thanks for your time. Best of luck the rest
Yeah,
of the way.
thank you guys for coming today. It was awesome.
You
Appreciate
bet.
it.
That's Chris Tandries doing so much, player, coach, and leader. And he leads this team to victory this afternoon in Detroit. We're coming back to wrap it up from Midtown right after this. The Warriors win it in grand, come from behind fashion, 5-4 over their old rivals from Ashland. Back after this.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
So this one's over in Detroit. Time for us to say goodbye on Warrior All Access. Want to thank our great crew today for all their hard work. Especially want to thank Wayne State for this opportunity. And special thanks to the athletic director, Erica Wallace, Jeff Weiss, Jason Clark, and all the fine, hardworking folks. Ryan Kelly as well for Wayne State. We thank all these folks for making this possible. We also want to thank our crew for their hard work and their talented work. And by the way, we're back on Sunday on Warrior All Access. Yeah, you were great. The dog was good too. Fabulous. Good speed. The crew today to thank, and Alex Westfall, your executive producer. Evan Westfall on replay. Zach, the attack wheeler, on one camera down the third base line. Fish on audio and graphics. Kyle Buchanan doing great things on camera work. CJ Easterling high above us. We thank him as well. Did I miss anybody? Pat the Stat was here for a minute. Appreciate that. Jay Alexander, my partner, joins us again. Jay, thanks for a great day. Your final thoughts on this day of baseball that saw the Warriors come from behind with a 2-run shot to tie it in the ninth.
Yeah, this is just clean baseball. Whenever you can get clean baseball, it is just like nothing else. And it's just a great, clean game. Happened to come out on our favor. But either way, it was two teams battling it out, no errors. It was just a perfect college game. If I can have kids chime in on this type of baseball to see how college baseball is really played, this is the type of game you want to play.
Well said, my friend. Ryan Carolden gets the win for Wayne State. Chris Franks, the tough luck loser. And again, Chris Tandries, we thank our G of the game responsible for the 2-run shot in the ninth to give Wayne State new life into the 10th. We'll see you on Sunday on Warrior All Access. My name's Chad Bush for my partner, Jay Alexander. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great afternoon and evening. So long, everybody.